tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH. Participants may receive study treatment, care, and compensation at no cost. Check eligibility at NASHlivertrials.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hi, this is Mark Spain, and we're hiring listing agents. Maybe your kids are self-sufficient now, and you're ready to jump back into the workforce. Or perhaps you're stuck in that demanding job and the compensation just doesn't match your hard work. Are you ready for a career move that will be rewarding and earn you the high income you deserve? If you enjoy delivering great customer service and working with people, I want to talk to you. At Mark Spain Real Estate, we have all the components to make you successful as a real estate agent fast. Go to joinmarkspain.com. That's joinmarkspain.com and apply today.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the two letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop. This message furnished by this station.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you looking for information on a reverse mortgage or HELOC? It's so easy to get a quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Now that we have AT&T Fiber Internet in our home, our connection's so fast it can handle streaming, gaming, surfing, and video conferencing for the whole family. The only downside? Our kids' friends are coming over way more often than we'd like. Hey, Jaden, Braden, Zayden, come on in, you guys. Luke, what's up, buddy? How's baseball going? I've got the game streaming in the den. Maybe you can pick up some pointers before we take on Kennedy next week. Ashley A, Ashley D, Ashley P, is this for a group project again? Because last time it looked a lot like high-speed reality TV research. Hey, Kristen! You got the ring light and the tripod this time. Don't forget to tag the house with the fastest internet. Honey, it's going to be another late one. We're going to need more snacks.
Tell all your neighbors, AT&T Fiber has arrived. Hyper-fast internet is now available in your neighborhood. Learn more at att.com/internet. Limited availability in select areas.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace,
you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. New. N-E-W. That's new. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended.
It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from the $1,000 live stream to a real doorbell video straight out of a horror movie. It is a popular politician actually faking her voice, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
So are you. You can join us with the dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Yeah. Excited for Fritz on the Street later on today. We got that going on. The return of Don. He'll be back.
Yes.
$1,000 maybe on the line. Who knows? We'll get into all this in just a moment here on the show. All right, let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a FedEx store, C-Lane. Yes.
Okay. Exciting.
Indeed, it's right. We go to a FedEx store. Why? Well, there is a guy who came to pick up his package at the FedEx store. And let's just watch. We'll see what happens here. We'll describe it for everybody. Here's the gentleman showing up to get his FedEx package.
What you gonna do with this big thing?
I got a thing for him at the house.
How big is he now?
Possibly about 6 feet. I don't know yet.
All right, it said on the side of the box that this guy got at this FedEx, it said, live animals, temperature sensitive, right? They're shipping live animals through the mail.
So this is not some sort of like animal trafficking. This shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone. She knew there's an animal in there.
Yeah, she knew. It says it right on the box. I am kind of amazed that you can buy live animals through the mail. Like, you want me to ship you something? Sure, I'll ship it to you. Here it is. I'll just put it in a box. You tape it up just like it's a T-shirt or something. And that's what they did here. And then the guy goes, oh, yeah,
there's been a couple inadvertent live animals that have been shipped out with our T-shirts.
It's here or there. Small ones.
Possibly about 6 feet. I don't know yet.
Here he goes. The iguana hauls ass out of the box that it was shipped in and starts chasing all of the FedEx workers all around the store.
You don't say.
I mean, who would have thought?
The iguana would iguana?
This is like, see, like, I was horrified one time. I was with an ex one time on a flight, and she was flying with her cat. She was bringing her cat with her in a little cage. And she kept trying to make sure the cat was okay in the cage. And at one point she's like, I'm going to pet her. And she opens the door to the cage and the cat jumps out of the cage and crawls over the top of the seat and then crawls down like 5 or 6 rows of chairs. And now we're looking for the cat hiding under somebody's chair on a flight. And I'm like,
shouldn't that be like the number one rule is don't open the cage?
Yeah,
don't open the cage.
Yeah, this guy's like, you want to see the iguana? I'll take it out. Here you go.
How big is he now?
Possibly about 6 feet. I don't know yet.
You just buy these things through the mail. They're hitting the deck and somebody's just like,
I mean, to be fair though, that iguana went for it. Like as soon as it saw, light, because it's probably pretty dark in that box the whole time in that white bag. As soon as it saw that there was an ounce of freedom, a breath of fresh air, it was hauling ass.
Who would have thunk it that the giant lizard that you shipped in a box across the world would haul ass when you finally let it out of its enclosure?
And he just told her it was 6 feet. And so even if it's like, if it was inaccurate or he was just kind of teasing her, the bags moving around like, crazy, I would be a little freaked out too.
I have to tell you, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, why are we allowed to do this? Why are we allowed to ship giant iguanas? I could buy fish if I wanted to. Why am I allowed to buy fish? Why is somebody allowed to take a fish out of a tank, put it in a plastic bag, and ship it across the country? The only thing I can think of is at least we have evolved. Because at one point in time, you used to be able to mail your kids. You can put your kids through the postal service, right? And at least we've moved on past that step in life.
Through the postal service?
Yeah. You never heard this?
No.
Oh, my God. Wait, hold on. You used to be able to mail kids. That's a strange thing to search. All right, here we go. When people used to use the postal service to mail their children, this is from history.com. Gotta be legit, right? In the early days of the U.S. Parcel Service, there weren't clear guidelines about what you could and couldn't mail. And the story says, in January 1913, an Ohio couple took advantage of the U.S. Postal Service's new parcel service to make a very special delivery, their infant son. They paid 15 cents for his stamps and an unknown amount to insure him for $50. That's it. They got $50 of insurance, but that's 1913 money.
You want to get that insurance, though, just in case.
Yeah. You might as well. Then they handed him over to the mailman who dropped the boy off at his grandmother's house a mile away.
A mile?
Yeah. Regulations about what you could and couldn't send through the mail were vague. This was like an early Uber, basically. The mailman shows up in 1913. I'm here with your mail, see? What mail would you like? And the mailman shows up and they go, we'd like you to take this infant to another house. Here's some postage. We want the insurance. Yes, please, and thank you. You used to be able to do this. Now we just send giant lizards. That's what we do. I don't know if this is right or wrong. You could let me know how you feel about it. Send that over with your dispatches on the newsjunkie.com today. All right, many things to work through. And I did want to share this. I made a short video out of this yesterday. But this is just for you. I mean, this is just for you. If you're having a tough day at work, if you're out there struggling, trying to get through today, you ain't got nothing on some of the people out there. I just want to make that as clear as possible because I saw this guy. He was working in a sign, okay? That was his job for the day. He was working in a sign. Did you see this video?
I saw what you posted,
Okay. The guy was working inside of a sign. Now, when I say that, you might hear that escape my mouth and think, well, yeah, Sean, he was working inside of a sign. What was a sign like 10, 15 feet off of the ground? No, this was one that was near like an interstate or something, obviously, because the sign, like the ones that shoot way up in the air.
Correct.
Like 130, 140 feet up in the air. And the guy got stuck inside the sign up there. Stuck inside a gas station sign 130 feet up in the air. Your day is not going as poorly as his was, okay? And here's what happened.
Look at that thumbs up. The man appeared to be in good spirits despite being stranded inside this massive truck stop sign for hours.
Man.
Fire officials say the worker was doing maintenance near the Lorenzo Road exit off I-55 in Wilmington when that lift that got him up there experienced a problem. That happened around 11.
So he got up there in this lift. This giant lift gets him way up into the air. And it's, 130 feet up, and he crawls into this sign, and he's working on the sign and stuff. And all is going well. And then the suspension or whatever on the lift starts to fall, and it starts shrinking down. And he's like, whoa! And he sees the lift just shrinking back down to the ground away from him. So they call out the fire department. Problem is, the fire department only has 100-foot ladders, and he's 130 feet up.
Oh, so the fire department.
They're like, we can't get to you here. So they have to get a ladder from like 2 cities away, 3 cities away, and they give it a police escort all the way to the scene so they can help this guy
Tuesday morning, the sign stands about 130 feet tall.
That's crazy.
And has no ladder, which proved to be an issue for responding fire crews, whose ladders only reach about 100 feet tall. Crews initially struggled to find equipment tall enough to reach him. They eventually found a specialized lift at a job site in Joliet, and Illinois State Police escorted it to Wilmington. About 5 hours after he became trapped, the worker was seen getting into a crane basket and was brought safely back down.
Yeah, guess what? That'd be my last day at work. That'd be it for me. That would be the end of my career.
Yeah, but you also don't have a career in fixing signs. Like, this guy is used to being up at heights that big, and while this is highly annoying, I think, he might continue the career. However, I think maybe a week or two off.
Yeah,
for his troubles, for this.
Yeah, he's in there to give him the thumbs up, this guy. Like, wow, no thank you, for God's sake.
And by the way, the 5 hours, the police escort, getting a 150-foot ladder from 2 cities away, was there not any discussion about, there's obviously, once the news caught wind of this, helicopters flying around, getting the camera shot of this guy.
What's the chopper going to do, though? Like
Same
drop
thing
a ladder?
Same thing they would do for a water rescue. So like get a guy to rappel down. It might be hard to get him close enough to the sign just because if the helicopter, if it's windy, if it's moving around, maybe it's too dangerous. But you would think maybe they could drop him a line and just be like, hey, connect to this and let's get you out of here.
That's a big no for me. I have no interest at all in getting up at a sign and working. And
when I was younger, and maybe not even that much younger, I thought if you look at that sign, if you go back to that video, you could see like how the base of it is quite wide, and then it gets a little bit less wide and a little bit less wide as it goes up. Yeah. I thought those signs were on some sort of hydraulic system, and anytime they needed to fix them,
telescopic, like
yes, that's what I thought those signs did. We're talking
like periscope up,
right? We're talking these big signs that you see like on a major highway when there's a truck stop or there are a handful of eating and fueling options in one spot. They have a bunch of these signs on there, but the base, like the diameter of the base of the sign, gets smaller as you go up in sections. And I thought, telescope wise, that it would just come down.
And
that's how you fixed it or replaced it.
A couple of emails to get us started off today. Justin emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and he says 2 things from yesterday's show. So I have some insight on today's show. Well, by now it's yesterday's show, he says. You're right about that. Listening here in West Palm Beach, Florida. First, the whole DUI in a vehicle if you're not driving, he says. I got a DUI one night after getting off work up in Maryland. It was Valentine's Day, and I was supposed to crash at my friend's place, but he met a female friend, and I no longer had that option open to me. We had been drinking all night after work.
You got a DUI for being a wingman? Your friend owes you.
That's next level. He says, it was freezing outside and too cold. I had nowhere to go, and I didn't want to drive. Instead, I got in my car and turned on the heat and went to sleep. And I was just going to go to work the next morning in the same clothes I wore from the day before. A cop knocked on my door and woke me up. My car was completely frozen from freezing rain, so I opened the door. Yes, I was drunk, but I had no intention on driving. I only turned my car on to heat it up, so I didn't freeze to death overnight. I was arrested that day for a DUI. My lawyer got it dismissed because you can use your car as a shelter in extreme conditions.
Interesting.
Loophole unlocked, everybody. All right? Loophole unlocked. There was a case he referred to that legitimized this claim. I won, and it was dismissed. He says, and I'll stay on this topic very quickly, because I made a highlight video for YouTube out of this pick-a-side we did yesterday, where the woman got caught having sex in the backseat with this guy she met at the bar. And then the cop showed up and saw that they were drunk. He sent the guy on his way, but because she was in her car and she had her keys in her car that was on, even though they were fooling around inside the car, the cop gave her a DUI. And she ended up getting more charges and stuff. And some of the comments were like, are you serious with this? Do you really think that cops should treat you different based on your behavior with them? Yes. Or yes. Unironically, yes. If you are,
pause real quick. Do you think they don't?
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
they do.
Like on the other side of the spectrum of behavior here, you don't think that you're treated not worse, but you don't think that they'll go through the full amount of punishment that they legally can if you're a complete a-hole to them?
Right. Like if you're compliant and proper and decent and respectful and doing all those things, which she was doing. She was compliant. She was respectful. She was listening to everything the officer said. She was doing her best to do it. I can't even grasp the idea that you don't think those should be treated differently. So I was like,
or
what?
are treated differently.
Or are already, yeah. Like the idea that the cop's going to pull you over, and if one person in car one is like, F you, copper, I'm not rolling down the window, I'm not being compliant, I'm not helping, I'm not doing any of those things. And then the other car is somebody saying, I'm so sorry, and they follow along with every little instruction that you give. Quite obviously to me. Maybe you guys don't agree, but I think most of you do.
Not even police officers, just in life.
Yeah, and just in general, I would think that would be something.
Do you think that, say you were at a bar and you were a complete dick the whole time to the bartender, you're getting charged for every little thing. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And if you were totally cool and stuff, it might be a place where they're like, hey, you've been fun. Here's a shot on me.
Right. Yeah. That's just life. It's life in general. I agree. Secondly, he says in the email back to Justin about that apartment that was flooding the one below. I rent a condo in an HOA community. One night, my ceiling started to drip and then it got worse. We thought it was from the condo upstairs. They have every right to legally go into an apartment to find the source. Fortunately for them, it wasn't coming from them, but my dryer duct from the dryer outside. The thing had never been cleaned out since the building was built in 1984.
Ooh.
Yikes, so much dryer lint. It was about 3 full trash bags worth of dryer lint in the line.
And that was making it a drip?
So the condensation, I guess, couldn't get out? I don't know.
Or it was was there weather that was entering the line and just absorbing into all that lint?
Well, he says it slowly got heavy and cracked where the duct was taped into the connection part and just slowly kept dripping until it started to run down a beam and on my ceiling. And it was falling apart and leaking down the wall. The HOA has every right to go into an apartment in this case. Thought this could help. Love the show. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Justin. Thanks for the good email to get us started, Justin. When we come back,
more about that guy that they just let free. He's hooking up with the girl in the car, and then the cops, hey, what are you guys doing?
He's cruising.
And then they start questioning both of them, and then they set the guy free, and they give her the DUI. And I was like, if I were the guy, I'd be so pissed off that I just got, and this is not my own saying, somebody on the chat or text messages was like, the guy got cop blocked.
Yeah, he got cop blocked. Yeah,
by the cop.
Yeah, indeed.
And I was like, man, if depending on what point in the sex timeline they were at, I would be so mad if I were that dude. I know somebody who's had that happen to them where
right there.
They were, in the car, things were getting hot and heavy, and the cop was like, on your way, guys. This not happening here. Bye-bye.
Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into a couple of things. We want to give you $1,000. We'll hopefully make that happen today. Also, I'm fuming about a big change that just happened to all of our lives. This will affect you, and I'm fuming about it. You will be too. I'll tell you what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. That's cutting out, huh? No, you're not. Just the traffic. Oh, no, I didn't hear you. Go ahead. Okay, hold on.
At 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save.
All right, folks. Hello. Skull mic activated. We're live. Hey, remember I was supposed to remind you, C-Lane, about that thing where it freezes coming back from break. What is it? I can't hear you. Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a look. All right, thank you. Folks, during this next segment, when you see the interstitial, if you will, the thing that says like coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to try something to see if it maybe doesn't freeze me for those 5 seconds coming back. It's a weird tech delay issue. So report back. Let me know when we come back live on the show, which will be just a couple of minutes, if it freezes. Because usually it's this awkward thing where we're coming back live and I go, and then I just kind of freeze for 5 seconds and then. So let me know if that is repaired by whatever C-Lane's doing right here. Hello to you, YouTube. You beautiful people on YouTube. Hello. Twitch, hello. TNJ chat, hello. I pray that you help me out in a mission today. 2 days ago, one of you won $1,000 listening to this show, watching this show, whatever. $1,000. Every hour on the stream for today only, I'm going to make sure you get the keyword. I want everybody participating. We're going to get a $1,000 winner today, 100%. We're going to make this happen. We're going to will it to be. All right, we're going to will it to be. Because as I've told you, iHeart has been doing these $1,000 keyword contests for a long time. And less people play after a while because they've played a bunch and they go, well, I'm not going to win. I haven't won yet, whatever. And the participation drops, making it so much easier for you to be able to win. Your chances are better than ever. Today, we're going to get another winner. I'm confirming. Maybe Predicto will confirm it too. All right? Ready? Predicto. In all of your wisdom, Mr. Predicto, will we have a $1,000 winner today?
Definitely yes.
You hear that? You hear that? It's going to be you. Laura, thank you for the 9 years as a Secret Show subscriber. Speaking of that, stand by. I got to mention this on air, but I did want to say thank you. Big fat ups to Rockin' Ange for the 2 Secret Shows subscriptions. Those are premium subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com. And here's a new name. Thank you to Butter My Noodles for the 10 gifted subscriptions. If you subscribe to a premium subscription over on thenewsjunkie.com, a premium subscription to the show unlocks secret shows, uncensored weekly shows, an ad-free stream for you. The live stream on the website is ad-free. It unlocks all sorts of features. You get premium access via dispatches. I always look at the Secret Shows subscribers first. There's a whole list of all the things that you get with your premium subscription. And it supports the show directly. So if you're a subscriber and you're checking out, you can claim one of the gifts that are available for you for your subscription. If you gift, for each gift, you get to claim one item. You get like a credit for it. And the support is greatly appreciated. So thank you for that. But what I want to see today, while we try to get $1,000 in your pocket, is I want to see names I've never seen before, like Butter My Noodles. People who have never gifted before. Sun State John, take the day off. All the names I see over and over. I want to see you with just one gifted subscription to support the show. And I want to see a big, fat, live crowd tonight at 8 p.m. for Secret Shows live in this studio. What is this hour's keyword? Hang on. I'll get it for you. C-Lane, what's this hour's keyword? New, N-E-W? Okay. The keyword is new, N-E-W. N-E-W is the keyword, new. It's not too late. Use it right now. Use the keyword new. If you need help, ask somebody else in chat how you use the keywords to try to get $1,000. But we're going to do it today. I want you blanketing all of these keyword contests during the show so we could try to get another $1,000 winner. We had one 2 days ago. Today, it could be you. $1,000, man. That's cool. Okay. We're coming back live. Tell me if the video still freezes after the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? Here we go.
Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost Podcast, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. New. N-E-W. That's new. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio 104.1.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Newsroom. We want to give you $1,000. $1,000. And all you have to do is pay attention. When you hear keywords on this fine station, use those keywords to try to win $1,000. You'll hear the description on how you do it right along with why shouldn't that money be yours. Here's the thing. I think this is unfair. I don't like this. I'm never playing again because of this. But maybe you are. However, I have to tell you, when I saw this headline this morning, I thought, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was happening. Powerball players outraged. You still play Powerball, C-Lane, or no?
Once in a while, if there's a really big jackpot.
Well, tell me if this changes your mind. Powerball players outraged over lottery's historic expansion abroad. People saying it's rigged anyway, right? It's rigged anyway. Powerball players in the U.S. Avowed that they will never play again after it reached the shores of the United Kingdom.
Why?
Amid its international expansion, accusing officials of corruption. Jackpot hopefuls say they will play their state lottery games rather than test their luck at winning the massive prize, which now stands at over $600 million.
This doesn't make it any different. It doesn't. In fact, the more people that play Powerball, the better it is for everybody, because when there's not a winner, that money just goes to the jackpot.
Okay, is that true though? Like, if more people play, isn't that harder for you to get?
No,
Okay,
because you're playing against the odds of landing. What is the Powerball? 6 numbers plus a Powerball, or is it 5 numbers plus a Powerball?
I think it's 5 plus a Powerball, but I don't remember. It might be 6.
So let's just say it's 5 numbers plus a Powerball. Mm-hmm. Your odds. It's not like. More people. The only thing that happens when more people play is if more than one person gets that exact combination of numbers, you have to split the jackpot. Now that is annoying. However, it doesn't change your odds of winning. The more people playing, and the more people that play.
But if the whole world was playing, that would change your odds.
No, it doesn't change your odds.
Oh, because the game is you're still trying to guess. Well, you could get multiple winners, though, right? Like,
yes.
if the whole world is playing, you got billions of people playing the Powerball. Like, then all of a sudden, the odds of guess what? 652 people split the jackpot rise.
I don't think
That's
652 people have ever gotten the jackpot on a Powerball.
Not yet, because they used to only play in the United States of America. They used to only play in a handful of states. Now they're opening it up to these folks in the UK. You know why? Because they want to afford an air conditioning over there. They want to try to get through the summer with an AC, and that's what they're doing. They're buying tickets. So
the overall odds of winning the Powerball jackpot are 1 in 292.2 million. You have to correctly match all 5 white balls drawn from a pool of 69. Like it's easy if it was like 1 to 10 or 1 to 20. 1 to 69. And the single red Powerball drawn from a pool of 26.
Okay.
It's incredibly hard. The jackpot odds are extremely steep. Your overall chances of winning any prize in the game, meaning hitting a couple numbers and getting like one of the smaller payouts, is 1 in 24.87.
I don't want other countries participating in our lottery. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I don't want them participating in our lottery, even if the game is still just as difficult. I understand what you're saying. I understand the math and the logic of it. I think this should be a thing for us in the United States of America. All right. Maybe there could be another lottery that's the world lottery, the global lottery, and everybody from little kids in Cambodia can get tickets to, like, you know, folks down under in Australia. But I think this is no good. I don't want the UK folks. Like, imagine that all of a sudden some Brit with no teeth wins and goes up to the microphone holding the big check. I won the Powerball. You know, they're like, they've got it. They're in Surrey or some dumb town you've never been to. I don't want that. I mean, I'm not going to play anyways. But if you are, let me know if this changes your mind in any way. They are globalizing the Powerball right now. C-Lane is unfazed by this.
I think that the more people that play the Powerball, the quicker that jackpot and the higher that jackpot will go up.
No, hold on. Let me see what they say here. This is Good Morning America talking about this. Let's see if they vindicate you, because you're right. I know you're right about the number.
All starts with tonight's massive Powerball drawing. For the first time, residents of the United Kingdom will be able to win the jackpot. Yesterday, tickets went on sale all over the UK. So the good news, the lottery says by expanding the pool of ticket buyers, the top prize will grow faster and higher without raising the $2 ticket price or changing the odds of winning.
I talked over her making my point.
No, I didn't hear her
go
say
back
anything.
a couple seconds where she says the jackpot will rise
just
faster
heard you
and
yapping.
higher.
I heard yapping, and I didn't hear anything that vindicated you in any possible way. I will go back. Hold on. Let me see.
Ticket buyers, the top prize will grow faster and higher without raising the $2 ticket price or changing the odds of winning as low as they are. The bad news, of course, is that someone across the pond could end up hitting the jackpot and winning all that money. It is a good time for new players to get in on the action. Tonight's jackpot is worth a whopping $567 million, or about $400.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I only want the United States of America involved in these games. It's too expansive. It starts to feel like there's too many people. And when more people play, I don't care if it affects my odds, like you're saying, numbers-wise. It feels like it does. It does. It feels like it affects my odds. It feels like it
affects the odds of the game that you won't play.
I would play it if it was much smaller.
This sounds like them changing the rules at the gym. You know, and you're like, wow, I can't believe they would allow this at the gym.
The gym that I don't go to.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All right. I agree. That's obviously correct. But the U.S. Powerball jackpot is going international now. Those of you who play regularly, give us your thoughts, because I know a lot of you are out there. You're playing these games every single week. I don't know if it makes perfect financial sense, but give it a shot and let us know if the international version works any better.
I think we have this this weird premonition or notion that the lottery is somehow like an American patriotic institution just because it's something all of us do. But I mean, we have the state lotteries and then we have these national lotteries, but essentially it's just legal gambling run by a corporation that is the lottery.
Oh, you know what it is? This is redistribution of wealth.
Of course, yeah.
The Americans all put their money into the Powerball, the poros and everybody else, middle-class folks with a dream, and everybody buys all their Powerball tickets in the United States of America, and then some schmuck over in Lincolnshire or whatever wins in the UK, and then that guy takes all of our American money.
All right, if you don't like it, then, and you want to tug at the heartstrings of real patriotic salt of the earth Americans, then time to pony up and start Eagle Ball, and it'll be a lottery that you promise from day one that will only exist in the United States of America.
Eagle Ball is so much better than Powerball, just for the record. And the Powerball has an eagle on it. I'm already working on this. This is going to be so much better. Because here's how this is supposed to go. The United States of America is a beautiful place. And what we do is we take our money from each other. So if all the poros put their money in a pot, like putting it in the middle of the Monopoly board when you go past go or whatever, or you pay your fines or whatever it is you do. I guess you get paid when you go past go. But when you pay your fines, you put it in the middle of the Monopoly board. And then some person gets all that money. It's fine if it's all the poros and middle-class people with a dream who are in the United States taking each other's money. But the moment some foreigner takes all of those people's dollars from the Powerball and brings it over there, that's a no-go from me. But we want to know what you think about all of this. Send us a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. Okay, many things to work in here on the show, including your dispatches. That's how you join us. You can record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. That's where the website is, thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see audio dispatches, video dispatches if you want to let us see you, because I'd love to see your face today. But your feedback can roll in from the website. I do have this clip. I don't know if he's talking about the show, but it's funny because I just told you, we do Game of Magnets for the News Junkie. And if you don't know what this is, if you ever see, wherever you are, the News Junkie magnets out in the wild, they're all square with rounded corners. There's various designs of the News Junkie logo. There's well over 50,000 of them. I think 55,000 of them that are what we call out in the wild. And if you see the News Junkie magnet.
That's it, because the magnet company is out of magnets.
That's what I'm talking about. So if you see these out there, the game that we have for Game of Magnets is if you see one on somebody's car, you can grab it. If they're on somebody's car, it's in play, and it's called Game of Magnets, and you can take the News Junkie magnet and put it into your collection. This has led many people to just store them on their fridges and inside securely, which is also fine. I understand that too. But I stated the other day, I was like, I needed to get 1,000 more magnets, and the magnet company, who I've worked with for like 10 years now, refused us. The magnet company was like, we are out of magnets. And then I saw it. I was like, I feel like he's talking directly to us. Here's Trump talking about this.
Power and critical minerals, and I hope you're going to do magnets. Somebody out there, I hope you're all brilliant people. Magnets. Do magnets, okay? I'll tell you how to make money. Do magnets. You're doing a lot of great stuff. Do magnets. Because one thing we don't have, but we're getting
close. What does that mean?
Do magnets. So.
Do magnets. He made it as clear as possible. It's right there in front of you, for God's sake. I got to take that clip. It's like magnets. Got to do magnets. Do magnets.
Power and critical minerals, and I hope you're going to do magnets. Somebody out there, I hope you're all brilliant people. Magnets.
Magnets.
Do magnets, okay? I'll tell you how to make money. Do magnets. You're doing a lot of great stuff. Do magnets.
I think I don't know which part of that I'm taking, but I'm taking a part of that to have that on the show for Game of Magnets. Thank you, Trump, for the clip right there. We got to do magnets. We're not doing enough of the magnets, and our magnet company for the News Junkie is telling us we can't even make you the number of magnets. You're going to have to wait a couple of weeks to get that done. What a wild ride we are on, folks, together. So get out there and get to making magnets if you don't mind. And then afterwards, make sure you get yourself featured on the show in front of this whole fantastic audience of people just like you, with your emails, tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that right on top. Or, as I said earlier, your dispatches. We'll get into some of those when we come back. So record yours right now and hear yourself on the show in just a bit. Record that dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. Magnets. We need the magnets. Got to do magnets. It's a weird way to say it.
Power and critical minerals, and I hope you're going to do magnets. Somebody out there, I hope you're all brilliant people. Magnets. Do magnets, okay? I'll tell you how to make money. Do magnets.
It feels like he's talking directly to us right now.
Hey, guys, I got to take a break while I do magnets. Just do some magnets right here.
Quick break. When we come back, we have to get to this unbelievable doorbell clip, a doorbell security clip that sounds like it's straight out of a horror movie. Stick with us for that one. That's coming up in just a bit. For some reason, Emerald is going viral today, so I want to share that with you. Updates on Cyclospora and a few other stories.
Another notch.
Coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
I am not a chocolate sucker. What I do like to do, though, is bite them in half and extrude the peanut while the shells of the M&M are dead in my mouth.
That's what it is. You're a nut sucker.
I'm not a nut sucker, Deborah.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1. This weather report is brought to you by Mills.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. I am downloading that clip right now. Got to do magnets. I'm downloading that clip because I need it. I got to have it.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit.
Boom. Got it. Okay, folks, report back. How did that work? It seemed to me that it froze even worse. I only saw that it froze. It screwed me up because in the middle of the segment, I'm like, wait, what happened here? They're saying, let it go, let it go. They're saying frozen stuff. I got to tell C-Lane how this went. So tell me how it went. Coming back from break, did it freeze worse? It froze? Did it freeze exactly the same? Froze the same? Hey, C-Lane, real quick. People were saying that it froze the same way or something. Go back and take a look if you don't mind. I don't think that worked, whatever it was. Okay, so it just froze the same. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay. Froze the same? Okay, all right. I think what I have to do is keep that scene active, even if it's not active. I think that's it. I'm not positive. But now I'm very hesitant to test it out because, wait, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was gone? Thank you, Butter My Noodles, by the way, for the 10 gifted. I appreciate that so much. What did the countdown not work properly? You need a screenshot of your face? I need your help. Here's the help I need. Somebody said the countdown didn't show. Is that correct? Did the countdown show? Yes or no? We'll be done with tech support soon, I promise you. Did the countdown show? Yes or no? Countdown work normally? Thank you, Matchbox. I appreciate that. So the countdown worked normally. It froze like it generally does, and then it went back to normal. Is that correct? Yes or no? One minute, we're coming back live. Yes, that's what happened? Thank you very much. All right, pay attention because it's going to happen again, but it'll still freeze like it usually does for like 5 seconds or so. Hey, is it possible that it's because that the OBS scene doesn't stay active when we go to the countdown thing?
Or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What the hell's Angel listening to? Friday nights from 9 p.m. to midnight here on Real Radio is sponsored by DeBerry Family Music and Records.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Putting off fixing electrical problems in your home can be a real hazard. Visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to take care of your electrical problems today. Advanced Air Home Services. License EC 13010897.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com.
Real, no roof or no radio. Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the new.
I want to tell you, we appreciate you. We love to have you on board, and you can learn more about the show and wander into the world's most viral newsroom at thenewsjunkie.com. People are legitimately, it seems, scared to eat food right now. They're scared that they're going to get the cyclospora.
But the memes have been so great.
Oh, God,
The one that I've liked is the people who are high and mighty about what was, I don't know, a month ago considered questionable food decisions. And they were like, yes, I do eat my gas station roller hot dogs, and I'm just sitting back here not having explosive diarrhea while you and your salads are ruining your butt.
And they still don't exactly know where all this comes from. They've pointed fingers in a couple of directions, but we haven't really solved the problem of where this is sourced at. It just seems like produce is to blame, as it often is. Now, because the gross truth of it all, which I've told you here on the show, is that this cyclospora stuff is usually farm workers not using a restroom and going out near the produce or like in a water source near the produce, and then that gets up into the food that you eat. That's where it actually comes from. People have been so grossed out by all of this, and I don't blame you necessarily, that they are abandoning the places that they used to eat at. There's an employee who posts at least anecdotal evidence of this, and he's at a Taco Bell, and there ain't nobody there. It's wide open. It's just him and an empty Taco Bell. No orders on the little screen. Yeah, I see on here 9:34 there was an order, 9:42 and 10:15. No orders since then. Don't know exactly what time it is, but there ain't nobody in this guy's Taco Bell.
So it almost seems like they're coming in for breakfast, because you don't usually have lettuce in your breakfast burrito, right? There's not lettuce, but in tacos it's pretty common.
Yeah, thank God no. But yeah, I guess it's been pretty dead out there. There's a lot of places where people usually go, but they've heard, hey, I might get sick here. I might end up getting some stomach issues. I don't want to face that down, so therefore I'll back off of the Taco Bell or wherever. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you have, let us know. Let us know, like, hey, I usually go to this place, and it's been absolutely dead. Sea Witch on TNJ chat says, Taylor Farms is the source, and their lettuce sells under multiple labels. Market side at Walmart is Taylor Farms. They sell it at Whole Foods. Just avoid it like the plague. That's what the FDA was suggesting, that Taylor Farms was the source. They did a test of one sample that came over the border, and they said that certainly had the cyclospora, the little bug that gives you the cyclospora. And then they said, whoops, it was a false positive test. And they said, but still, we believe this is the source. Nobody really 100% knows just yet. So I don't think it's like we're fully locked in on this. I know there was a story recently on ABC. Let's see if they mention. Like, it just seems to me like we're not fully confident, but we think it might be that place.
The FDA is investigating a new potential outbreak of that severe stomach illness, cyclosporiasis. It's not yet identifying the location or source, but says that this cluster includes at least 72 cases.
It's almost
of the
every
parasite.
state.
We are already seeing cases hit a record across the country in 41 states. More than 11,000 people have now gotten sick. Typically in a given year, there are around 3,000 cases, and we are only now about halfway through the season for this.
Yeah.
The FDA did
there
link
was a
at
season.
least 16.
Yeah, there's a cyclospora season. Yeah. Avoid it at all costs, like the plague, but
that is a
there
much
is
worse
one.
hurricane season.
Right.
Cases to Taylor Farms, iceberg lettuce from Mexico, served at Taco Bell locations in 5 states. That's been recalled. We spoke with Chase Strangino in New York, who said that he was one of more than 40 people who got cyclosporiasis after eating a boxed lunch with lettuce at a corporate event. He said that he was sick for weeks.
Damn.
When untreated, symptoms for this can linger for days or even weeks, but thankfully antibiotics can help clear this up.
So it's not a good time. That's the bottom line here. It's not a good time. And the fact that they say 11,000 people got this, you put a 0 on the end. 111,000 people probably got it because nobody wants to tell you. It's a little bit embarrassing, as you could imagine, when you got the cyclospora. So be careful. People are avoiding some of these places. You know, I guess even washing your veggies is not really the fantastic answer that a lot of people think it is.
I mean, they've got to be cooked.
Yeah, because it's a little bug.
The only way to kill it is cooking it.
Yeah, it's a little like microscopic bug, Sealand, that's in these things, and that's what's caused a lot of these issues. And that stumbled me into this. I think Time Magazine had this story, and it said 10 foods that food safety experts never eat. I'm like, okay, well, if the people who are into food safety are like, no, not that one. Don't eat that.
Of course they go for one I like as the picture.
Yeah, the oyster.
Yeah,
the oyster is, and I figured I'm like, because you're eating an oyster just straight up raw.
Most of the time, I
that's
like them grilled every once in a while, or like a Rockefeller kind of deal.
Yeah, they said raw milk and raw milk cheese. Obviously, those are no good. For the people who like raw milk, what are you doing? What are you doing?
The people that fight for raw milk always, it baffles me.
Hippies, man, that's what it is. They think that it's people who think that the government is putting big bad stuff in your milk or something. But you want them to put at least something in there. You want them to at least pasteurize it. Cantaloupe, didn't know that. Cantaloupe is another risk for getting sick, and the food safety experts don't eat it. Raw oysters and shellfish is another one. Sushi rolls, which isn't that kind of like, the seafood, right? It's like raw seafood is what it is. Undercooked pork is another one. Sprouts, and I've heard this many times, that sprouts is another thing that a lot of the food safety experts don't want to eat.
Sprouts is one of those things that will be on the menu of a place and then will be mysteriously missing, and you go, why don't they have sprouts today? You're like, well, the sprouts are causing problems again. And I think a lot of places that once had sprouts on their menu, can you still get sprouts on a Jimmy John's sub? I think they used to have sprouts, and I think they got fed up and they were like, there's two reasons to take something off the menu. A, nobody orders it.
Right.
Or not enough people order it, and there's too much waste. And B, they just can't keep it on the menu because they keep having problems with food safety issues. And I feel like sprouts is something that they run into with that very often.
I think B is what happened there because you're right. Jimmy John's used to have that as an option, and then they completely wiped that out. Maybe they brought it back, but that was one of them. Pre-cut fruits and vegetables. The food safety experts say, be careful. Do not eat this. Just take notes, folks, mentally as you're going through the grocery store, at least for a hot second here. Raw eggs. Eggs are far safer today than they were 20 years ago, but some people will not eat them raw. Always kind of a bad idea to do that. Undercooked hamburgers. I heard a guy come in, and the other day, sat right next to me, and he goes, they said, you want a burger? How do you want that cooked? And he goes, rare. And I go, you rare burger people are an interesting breed. I know this is kind of a hot take, but I think medium well is actually the best way to get it done. I think like this thing where your burger is still moving around is a little too much for me. But the other one is potlucks and picnic food. So if you are at work and they're doing a thing where everybody brings food, stay away if you want your stomach to be okay. There's the slogan for you. Your feedback and dispatches coming up in just a moment. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Potlucks and picnic foods. They got food out at the iHeart HQ today or no?
No, not today. No, they marked safe from that. Yeah. But Jimmy, I think the people in this building are a little more immune to stuff like that because we routinely just eat stuff that's been out at a table for hours. We are building up sort of a
immunity.
Like a shield. To stuff like that.
It's like giving a little kid little bits of peanut butter to build that up over time. I see.
Jimmy John's permanently discontinued sprouts in February of 2020. Man, it's been long enough. I kind of forgot almost that they had them.
They took everything away from us in 2020. What a year. What a year. Quick break. When we come back, I have this doorbell security footage that you got to hear. It is out of a horror movie, and I have the story from the family that this happened to. It's unbelievable, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up, slowing down both directions where Summerlin Boulevard meets Howell Branch Road. Off to the shoulder, there's an accident to look out for westbound on I-4 near Lake Mary. On I-4, traffic still slowing down between Sand Lake Road and World Drive.
This guy don't listen to nothing. He don't listen to nothing. Sun State John still eking one in. Thank you, Sun State John, for the subscription. Again, secret shows tonight here in the studio. Only for premium subscribers. And I want to see you step up today. Just one. Hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com. Stand by. I just ordered some new stickers. I'm trying to see if they're done yet, but I don't know. No? Hold on. Where's my proof? Oh, there it is. Okay, I didn't see my proof yet. Hell yeah, brother. I got to put this up. Hang on. I got to put this up. We got a brand new offer for those of you who are subscribing or gifting subs. Let me just crop it a little bit. All right. Okay, I think that's perfect. Let me just airdrop it to my MacBook. I'm actively putting up a new item that you can grab right now. I dig this one. Perfect. All right, now I just got to put it up as an option. Promotional items.
Visit SolarSource.com. SolarSource. Lower bills, better performance, total peace of mind. Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent
I'll put 95 of these in the quantity. Okay, it should be up. Let me just double check that that's under rewards now. Nice. It is. I could remove that background to make it look a little sexier. Hang on. Let's do background remover. Back in 90 seconds. Sorry, I'm doing a little work. All right, now, if you go over to thenewsjunkie.com and you hit rewards, you'll see the brand new sticker up for offering. I'll show it when we come back here. This is good stuff. Okay, folks, we're coming back live on the show right now. Don't forget, Fritz on the Street is on the way today. Going to be an exciting one. And this next story is doorbell footage you've got to see. It's like straight out of a horror movie. I am not kidding you. Stand by.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the News Junkie.
Welcome in, friend. Keep your ears open and your eyes watching for all the keywords that could get you $1,000 just for listening to this great station. You can learn more about the show over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. What I'm about to play for you is real. It's not out of a horror movie. It's legit. It's real. It's actual. It's an experience that somebody had. And I've got their story that is just unbelievable. And I'm going to share that with you in just a moment here on the show. So buckle up for this terrifying experience that this family had, all captured on their doorbell and their doorbell camera. But real quickly, I want to tell people who support the show. By the way, thanks to everybody so far. There's been a lot of you today already. Look at this. Holy cow. I didn't even see half of these. My God. Big thanks to Rockin' Ange, Butter My Noodles, Sun State John, DJ Rage, Tom, Cat BH, and Coalac, all for the gifted subscriptions already today. Thank you so much. That goes to directly support the show. The new option that I put up for folks, Sealand, I thought this was perfect. It's going very viral right now. In the rewards section, if you go to thenewsjunkie.com, if you subscribe or if you gift subscriptions, you get to claim items, and they're under rewards on the homepage. And I just added a brand new item here. And it says, it's a new sticker that says, Jimothy says relax. And it's Jimothy, the raccoon guy. Hang on, let me zoom on in here. Jimothy says relax. It's the viral raccoon that has the internet in the world going absolutely crazy right now. It's a nice circle sticker that you can have. We've covered this story on the show. It's been very viral. The Jimothy says relax story is one of the items you can get.
We have any new Jimothy sightings? Are they're still looking for him?
You know, the interesting thing, Sealand, there was a bunch over the weekend. If you missed this, it's this weird raccoon that's like deformed that has grabbed everybody's attention online, and people love Jimothy. And they've now started this thing where it's like, we do not give Jimothy's location because we think that somebody will harm Jimothy or they'll try to capture Jimothy. Or
I would think more so than not, somebody would try to keep Jimothy for a pet.
Exactly. They're worried about that too. So they ended up stopping with the sightings, at least showing exactly where the animal was. Somebody said we need a back on a plane sticker. You got it. All right. I'll do a back on a plane sticker before the week is up as well. I'll make that an option. But right now we have Jimothy says relax as one of your options when you support the show. Now let's go to this story. It's about a family in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And this is the encounter that was captured on their doorbell video. Brace yourself because this is a little jarring. But imagine yourself in this situation because that's what this family was facing. Here we go.
Boom, 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 mother.
New shocking video shows a shirtless stranger trying to break into a family's home in the middle of the night.
What a
he
tattoo
threatened to
on this
shoot
guy.
everyone inside.
All right, so this guy goes up to these people's doorbell. He's got
boom, mother effer.
He's got no shirt on. He has a big palm tree tattooed on his chest.
And I don't know what's going on with him, but he very quickly says, boom, 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 MFer. And then after that, it was like, I'll shoot anybody in this house. And these people have no idea who this is. I'll give you their whole story, but that's just the actual moment.
Boom, 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 mother.
New shocking video shows a shirtless stranger trying to break into a family's home in the middle of the night. He threatened to shoot everyone inside. Investigators say it was this man caught on a Ring camera, pulling on door handles, making finger gun gestures, and screaming threats. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Luann Sorrell.
What's going on with this guy? His family said it was straight out of a horror movie. It was a terrifying night. Around 11:30, Judy Lewis was unwinding in her living room when the doorbell rang. But the man standing on her porch was not a guest, and he refused to take no for an answer. He wouldn't go away. 63-year-old Kevin Moss aggressively pulled on the front door handle, flashed a finger gun gesture, and was shouting profanities nonstop, scaring everybody who was inside the house in this moment. That would be freaky. That would make you panic a little bit. I could see that.
Manny Martinez. Fox 35's Bailey Bockover is live tonight in New Smyrna Beach. So, Bailey, the mother inside the home told you she thought they were going to die.
Good evening. That's right. It was a very scary night for the family, and now they're warning others to lock your doors. It was around 11:30 at night. Judy Lewis was unwinding in her living room when the doorbell chimed. But the man on the porch wasn't a guest, and he wasn't taking no for an answer.
Boom, 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 mother.
Why is he doing that?
I'm going to shoot you up.
New Smyrna Beach police say the man is 63-year-old Kevin Moss. Police say Moss aggressively pulled on the front door handle, flashed a finger gun, and hurled death threats. Investigators say he went around back, pounding on windows and trying to force open a sliding glass door.
Bro, how did you not get killed? How did you not get killed? You go around somebody's house, first of all, jiggling the front door, saying you're going to kill people, and then you're wandering around, banging on the windows, trying to get on the backside, trying to open the back door. That's how you get shot.
Yeah. There's guns in this house. Yeah, that's the way to get shot, right in the face.
That's how you instantly get shot. Judy, who lived at this house, shared her story, and she said, first, I just want to say my son, my nephew, and my dog and I are okay this morning. Very thankful for that. But we did have a harrowing night last night at my home. I'm posting this as a PSA to everyone, but also so I don't have to keep repeating the story. Around 11:30 last night, I was on the couch by my front door watching TV. My son and my nephew, who just arrived in town, were in my son's room. All of a sudden, I heard chimes on my Ring camera, and somebody was trying to open my front door to get in. This will make you freak out. I knew it couldn't have been my son, so I immediately started yelling that somebody was trying to get into the house. He and my nephew Jared came out and saw through the glass side door and the lights by the front door that there was a man standing there, shirtless with tattoos, and saying to let him in. He was obviously drunk. My son and Jared said, you got the wrong house, you need to go. But he tried to get in again and threatened to shoot my son, use his hand like a gun, like a finger bang thing, like, a handgun thing. And boom, boom, boom is what he said. This is the only part I got on my Ring camera. I've got 911 on the phone saying this man won't leave and he's threatened to kill us if we won't let him in. What you don't see is how it escalated, and it escalated big time, Judy says. He got very aggressive. The boys started yelling at him to get the F out and that we were calling the police. The guy was trying as hard as he could to get in. My 20-year-old son was holding the deadbolt. He had his body up against the door just in case. Dispatch told me multiple units were on the way. The guy walked away from the front door, and then he went through our fence gate and came around the back of the house. While we didn't know if he left or not, the three of us stood in the kitchen staring at my kitchen door, wondering if he was coming in. Then we heard a bang against that door, and he was violently trying to open it. He said he was going to kill us, and I'm going to F you up, is what he was saying over and over. Then he went over to the window that looks into my kitchen sink and hit the window so hard with a vase that we hit the window so hard that a vase fell off the window sill. She said, I've never been so frightened in my entire life. My whole body was shaking. I kept asking, where are the police? Where are the police? Finally, the police arrived, I guess. I want to say thanks to the New Smyrna Beach Police Department. I got to hold on. Don't. Okay. Because the video that she posted is not censored. She says, PSA is keep your doors locked at all times. This could have had a completely different ending. The question I bring to you now is one that's kind of interesting and will be different, reflective amongst generations. When you're just sitting at home, is your front door locked?
Yes.
Same. But I didn't always do that. I didn't do that in various places. And it took me a long time to learn this lesson because as a kid at my family's house in Royal Palm Beach in the middle of nowhere in the acreage, I remember very clearly we didn't have to lock the door. There was nobody coming down the street. There was nobody to mess with the house. We lived on an acre and a quarter, and there was a total of 6 people on the whole street, and you never saw anybody coming down the street or anything. So other than people sneaking over to hang out with my sister in the middle of the night, there weren't any people just stopping by. We never locked the door. I go to Chicago, live there for a while. I don't lock the door one day, and somebody breaks in and steals a bunch of my stuff. I had somebody break into my house when I was living in downtown Orlando. Same kind of thing. And then after that, the cops came over and they said, why didn't you lock the door? And I was like, it seems like you're blaming me a little bit. But then after that, I started with it. And now we have an auto lock. We lock all of our doors all the time. Obviously, with this show, there's raised security because some of you are crazy. There's a handful of nut jobs listening to the show.
Not only do I have the auto lock, but if I'm home, mostly because I installed this because of my young child, but I have one of those latch deals that you would have at a hotel.
Thing? Yeah, like a little security lock kind of thing. It seems unfortunate that that's how things would have to be. But I ask you, are there any of you who are like, nope, I'm still living in the olden times. My neighborhood is still a safe neighborhood. We don't even have to lock our doors. We leave our doors unlocked. Or are we all now moving over into this low trust society? Just like Target has everything locked up, like your deodorant and all the rest. Are we now all doing that ourselves at home? Make sure you lock your car. Make sure you lock your house. Crazies wandering around. People trying to steal your stuff. Where are we at on this? Let me know. Send a dispatcher an email over, and we're looking at your comments in chat as well. Because I want to know if this has changed or if this is I feel like it has. I just feel like more people now are worried about stuff like this occurring. And I do think that this guy is very, very, very lucky that he's not dead. Because you're smashing down the door. I don't know if you could fire through a glass door, like a sliding glass door. You're not supposed to fire through like a secured front door. But if this guy would have busted in the house, you could shoot him immediately.
Yeah, or if he's getting into your backyard or something, that they said that he what you don't see on the Ring camera is that he went out to other places that weren't, didn't have cameras on them and was trying to get in there.
Did the same thing?
I think maybe he has to get in before you shoot him.
Yeah, I think so.
Or can you open the door and cock the gun and be like, out of here, bud?
Well, you could try it. I see a bunch of people chiming in on this. Dwayne says people who leave doors unlocked in today's world are asking for trouble. This is Mish who says, I've always locked all my doors behind me, always. Kevin disagrees. I never lock my door, Kevin said. What is your setup? And I'm not trying to break into your house, but what is your setup? And also, has
this
that
is a risky
changed?
Admit.
Has that changed over time? Let us know with your emails and dispatches. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. When we come back, we got more to get into. We got the hot sheet on the way. We got Fritz on the street right after that. Some competition firing up on the show. I got a story about a doctor that you got to hear to believe, and an update on the Courtney Stodden situation. And all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Sometimes I give too much. I'm sure people get sick of me. Moron on Facebook
I've
again.
heard that about Russ Rollins. He's a giver.
I am a giver.
Not a taker.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's a crash getting cleared up, slowing down both directions where Summerlin Boulevard meets Howell Branch Road. Off to the shoulder, there's an accident to look out for westbound on I-4 near Lake Mary. On I-4, traffic still slowing down between Sand Lake Road and World Drive. There's ongoing construction through that area. Expect to see crews near the roadways, and if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Stand by, folks. Stand by for incoming. Hold on to your butts. Here we go. Thank you to Meep for the 3 gifted subscriptions. Truly appreciate the support. Thank you to MFQ for the gifted subscription. Thank you to Beware. Appreciate you and the 3 subscriptions. Thank you to Man Kickin' for the 2 subscriptions. Thank you to Coalac for the subscription. Thank you to Cat BH for another one. Big support, big fat support from TomTom with 10 secret shows premium subscriptions for the website and app. And big fat thanks to DJ Rage. Love that guy. Absolutely astounding. You guys are showing up today. And I want to see you show up tonight for secret shows, okay? People are grabbing those right now, but there are about 30 subscriptions available on the website from all those very generous folks. Are people grabbing the stickers already? Let me see. The Jimothy Says Relax stickers? Yeah, they are. Already a bunch of people grabbed those. Those are cool. I'm going to put one on my laptop when I get them. I'm going to save one for me. Jimothy Says Relax. I dig it. I'm a sucker for anything Jimothy. Me too. Long live Jimothy. We need distractions like Jimothy in our life. Hey, Yuckers. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Big Doug Millionaire, Alien, Das Hefe, Ryan, Zephys, Stepafy. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. That's free. That's a great way to support us. It doesn't even cost anything. How about that? How about that? Jimothy Says Relax. I dig it. There's only 95 of those. That's it. One is going right here. I don't know, maybe right here. Maybe right here on the back of my laptop. I'm trying to put more there so I'm not just like a blob. You know what I mean? When the camera's looking at me because I wear so many black shirts. Everybody, thank you for your support. We're back live on the show in just a moment here. Two minutes. So where are you guys at? Is there anybody out there besides that one person who still leaves their door unlocked? I think it's virtually impossible to do now. As long as you live around people, you're gonna have to worry about the rando crazies like that guy. Let me see if my studio equipment has arrived yet. Ooh, it's out for delivery. I got some more studio equipment powered by your subscriptions, your support, and it'll only make everything sound better and look better in the studio. 90 seconds. Always locked and triple checked before I go to bed. I saw this guy. There's a guy in my neighborhood. I don't know what brand they are. I wish I did. He has these cameras outside of the front of his house. And if you walk by, the cameras like activate, the lights turn on you. Like the lights actually twist to turn on you. The camera turns on you. And then if you get any closer than that, it starts audibly like warning you, like back off. I'm like, damn, I can't find what cameras this guy has, but they're pretty cool. I would like to get those. I have a nice security setup, but those were like really nice. If you know what brand that is, let me know, because those are cool. Leon the Professional will be ready, I'm sure. We were going to watch that movie last night, strangely enough. All right. Wait till you hear this story when we come back. Unbelievable. Here we go.
Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the new.
I have so many people that have run into me maybe in the last couple of months and have had nice things to say about the show and have been so generous. You guys, and you got to stop sending me shots, for God's sake. I feel so bad. This has happened so much in the last couple of months. It's like the best problem in the world to have, but thank you.
When did it happen last?
Last night and the night before, actually. Yeah, it's been piling up quite a bit, but I thank you for that. And if you want to learn more about the show, go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com.
Because I got a text from one of them.
Oh, did you? Oh, wait, that was the day before yesterday, I think. Yes. That was the guy, he goes, I'm C-Lane's friend. And I go, I hear that a lot, but are you actually?
He is.
He is, okay.
He said, haha, so I saw Sean, new junkie, and I said hi. I think I made a fool of myself. Emoji.
He did not make a fool of himself at all. No, he was very, very nice. Actually, I haven't even had a single person that's come up and been weird. I'll be the weird one if you want, when you show up and say hi in public. That'll be fine. I did see this, and I think this is a good idea. I'm going to wander into an area here where I'm going to need a little help and a little expertise. But the story got my attention because of my experience in this world. And the story was that CVS is offering new pharmacy options for pet owners. And I said, oh, okay, well, it's about time, because we have a vet that we go to that's great, that we bring Lady, our Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, to. Sorry, it's such an annoying, ritzy-sounding dog, but she's great. And if you ever watch the stream on YouTube, you'll see her sometime probably. But we bring our dog to this vet. We try to make sure she's as healthy as possible. And there's various things that we get for her. They have like those, the heartworms and the flea and the tick thing.
Next card, heart guard.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive, some of them actually. And the biggest complaint that I have about them is that they're a little bit hard to get. So sometimes the vet will go, okay, I'll give you the script for this. You have to go to this particular website and like put in this code. And I'm like, can't we just get something like we get at a doctor? Just give me a piece of paper and then I could take it to the place. And now you're required to do that as of late in the state of Florida in particular. It's different in different states, but in some states you're required to do this. And this story says CVS Pharmacy is expanding into pet health care by allowing customers to fill common prescriptions for dogs and cats at roughly 9,000 locations around the country. The pharmacy chain said pet owners can obtain select medications, including antibiotics, allergy treatments, flea and tick control products, insulin, and pain relievers. Customers can bring in a written prescription, and if you ask your vet, in most cases, they have to do this. They'll just give you like one that they would for you if it was you. And they give you this prescription for to bring into a CVS pharmacy, or you can ask the veterinarian to contact the pharmacy directly. Eligible prescriptions may be available for delivery. It's good because sometimes it's like a little annoying to try to get this stuff. Big Doug Millionaire says you should not need a prescription for pet meds.
I think that they do that, and I can make an argument for why they should do it this way. Big Doug Millionaire on chat. I think that they do that because they don't want people self-diagnosing their pets.
Right. Googling,
And-
my pet is lethargic, and they go to the wrong website, and it says, well, your pet needs, what's the stuff that everybody was trying to take during COVID? Nobel Prize for humans.
Yeah. Shoot, I can't remember the name. Somebody will remember it. The stuff that they said was for horses, and then Joe Rogan, and then like that whole thing, whatever that was. Yeah, they'll try to do this themselves. You don't want them to do that. People are dumb. They will kill their animals, and you need veterinarians and experts to make sure they're not getting ivermectin for their pup. But we also need to make it so it's pretty simple for you to get whatever the prescription is, and then to be able to get a good deal on the item you're looking for. And for a little while, the one vet we were going to, they literally told us there was only one website that you could purchase the prescriptions from, and it was expensive. I said, we can't like shop around, and like, no, you got to get it from this service. They're related to the vet clinic. So I think this is good for all pet owners, which probably includes you. That gives pet owners another option beyond veterinary offices, online pet pharmacies, and specialty retailers, particularly when filling recurring prescriptions for animals undergoing ongoing treatment. So CVS is now going to help you out. Pet owners can now also add their animals to their CVS.com profiles and manage prescriptions through the app. That sounds good. That sounds like a smart idea. If you've utilized this before and know more about it, please do help us out. Send a dispatch with the information over on thenewsjunkie.com.
I certainly wouldn't mind the option if I, if I added my animal to CVS, because I already am being forced to go to CVS to get my own prescriptions because I have like one of those Caremark packages, and if I try to fill my prescriptions at Publix, they either won't give me a 90-day supply, or they'll charge me more or something, and they're just kind of a pain in the ass about it. So I have to go to CVS anyway. So if they're going to offer it there and it would be cheaper, that's a win-win.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is. A lot of people are joining in on the discussion. Here's Insecure Walrus.
So I was actually at CVS the other day trying to pick up one of my wife's medications, and our insurance is real goofy and trying to work stuff out. And the lady next to me in line, it's an older lady, and she's picking up medicine, I realized, for her dog. And the pharmacist is like, what's the patient's name? And she was like, Mitzi? And she was like, what's their last name? And she was like, I guess it's mine, and like said her last name. But they list the dogs just like a person when it comes to prescriptions. Apparently they got a first name, a last name, all that kind of stuff. So I would have figured it would have like fallen under the lady that owns them or something. But anyways, kind of strange.
What's the most ridiculous dog name that you would have to answer that to?
You've got something a little offensive for your dog name, and they go, what's the patient's name? And you're like, Adolf. You go a little edgy.
I mean, I've told you before that they say, like in the puppy books, there's a little section on coming up with a puppy name, and they're like, make sure it's something that you'll feel comfortable screaming in public if the puppy runs away. And it's something until you read it, you don't always think about stuff like that. But now you also have to think about showing up to the pharmacy, and they're like, what's the patient's name?
Yeah.
It's
the F word. It is. I hate to say it. Here's Lisa on the same topic.
Sean, C-Lane, happy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You guys are talking about the pet prescriptions. This is something I have done. I love my vet, love her to death. But vet offices, the medication is usually more expensive.
This is good advice.
CVS, Walgreens, all those traditional pharmacies, including Publix, offer much better prices, especially for some of the more common things. My vet will even call in the prescription to CVS. It was funny the first time when I had to pick up a prescription for Baxter or prescription for Del Mar. God rest his soul, the cat that passed away earlier this year, but pretty common. My vet is awesome. She doesn't have a problem doing it. Even have the heartworm tick medication sent into Chewy just because it's easy. It delivers right to the house. Hope you have a wonderful day. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you. You too can join us on the show. Send a dispatch just like Lisa right there. Record yours right now and get on the show at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Let's see. I teased this doctor story, so let me do this real quick because this is crazy. This is a true story about a doctor who has lost his license. And, that's the least that we could do here. This is a story about Spokane, Washington, and a doctor there. The permanent suspension of a Spokane doctor's medical license was upheld last week. Wait to hear what this guy did. After the man was convicted of a scheme that involved him hiring a hitman, the guy hired a hitman to drug his ex-wife and her son with heroin with the intent to get them addicted to heroin and then hold his wife hostage with hopes the hitman would have sex with with hopes she would have sex with him 3 times. So just to reiterate, there's a doctor who's got his license suspended. He hired a hitman. He wanted the hitman to drug his ex-wife and son with heroin so they got addicted, keep them strung out on this, and then hold his ex-wife hostage so that he could come over and have sex with her 3 times. All right, that's what this guy's plan was. That's what he was going to do. Ronald Ilg used the dark web to solicit a hitman with the intent to injure a former colleague who previously worked at his medical practice. Using the name Scar 215, he paid the hitman $2,000 in Bitcoin and instructed him to carry out an attack where his former colleague should be given a significant beating that's obvious, injure both hands significantly, or break the hands. Then he wanted confirmation of the assault, and said he had a more complicated job for the hitman if this was successful. So he consulted the dark web again and paid $60,000 in Bitcoin to a hitman for another attack, to kidnap his estranged wife, extort her, inject her with drugs, and hold her hostage for 7 days. He created a bonus scheme if other demands were met. He wanted to make love to her. Well, probably that wouldn't be what was happening here, but you get it 3 times in the 2-week frame. And the hitman was ordered to supply him with photographs and videos of her using the substance. Wow. Unbelievably degenerate, depraved behavior. This is a doctor out there, right? This was somebody who was a doctor, and now his medical license is suspended.
You know how say all
there's more punishments from that than that, though, right?
You know how we say all hitmen are fake, mostly?
Yeah.
The ones that you find on the dark web, the ones you find on the internet. If you find a hitman, it's usually fake.
Yeah.
If your hitman is offering this much options, like I would assume that if you're an actual bona fide hitman who gets paid to kill people, you want to be in, out, take the shot, leave, goodbye. Drop a pill in the drink, bye. You got to be out of there. You want this guy to kidnap her and hold her somewhere and come on and engage in acts that would leave a lot of identifying evidence around?
Absolutely. This guy was unhinged. In August of 2022, this guy pleaded guilty in federal court to 2 counts of threats in interstate commerce. He got 96 months in prison. Following the guilty plea, he was charged with unprofessional conduct, and now they've taken away his license as well, thus making it so he cannot practice as a physician and surgeon in the state of Washington. My God, that's a crazy one. But people are a little wild out there. Big thanks to, I lost the person's name. I have to get this. That was such a great username that just subscribed to Secret Shows. Hold on, stand by. I think I could bring this up in our mega chat, maybe. Did you see that latest subscriber's name?
No, I didn't.
Damn it, man.
I lost it.
Hold on. Felon DeGeneres, thank you for the subscription.
That sounds legit. Felon DeGeneres sounds legitimately like a DJ that would show up on the lineup of a major music festival.
Felon DeGeneres, thank
we got
you for
Bob
subscribing.
Villain and Felon DeGeneres.
Appreciate that over on thenewsjunkie.com. You could support the show. Subscribe as little as $2.99 a month could get you access to all sorts of stuff, including uncensored secret shows. All right, quick break. When we come back, the hot sheet is on the way. That is followed by your time to play the greatest game in all of radio. That, of course, is Fritz on the Street, and that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. You guys are running wild. SSJ sneaks in another one. So does Tom Tom. Let's get your name on there. Every single subscription helps out. We are now in record territory. Stand by.
This report is sponsored by Summit Clinical Research. Every breakthrough starts with someone willing to take part. Summit Clinical Research is seeking volunteers with fatty liver disease for studies focused on MASH.
And I'm gonna probably start at the end of the show doing a big giant thank you to everybody who's gifted subs, because everybody deserves a mention. Each one of you deserves a mention on the show. And I don't want to miss anybody. Going to be a big show tonight. Secret Shows is, of course, at 8 p.m. on Thursdays. And you ask yourself, Sean, how do I watch Secret Shows? Well, if you're a subscriber or just got a gifted sub, at 8 p.m., the stream is active and you can watch live right in here as we do the uncensored shows, everybody in this studio. The beautiful thing is you can beam that to your TV. You can watch on your phone. You can watch on your laptop. You can watch on the Apple TV app if you search for Secret Shows in the Apple TV store. You can, if you have Google Play on your television, search for Secret Shows. Download the app there. If you're a subscriber, you get access. So you can watch in a million different ways. Or if you missed the live show on Thursdays at 8 p.m., you can get it on demand. Secret Shows is on demand Fridays at 5 p.m. So it's available for everybody on demand Fridays at 5 p.m. Hey, Billy. Hey, Sport. Chaos. There you are. Tongue punch fart box. What am I sipping on? It's always water. It's my Uwala water bottle full of water. That's it. Unless it's Secret Shows, and then it's definitely not water. All right, we're back in just a couple of minutes with, as I told you, we're going to do the hot sheet and then Fritz on the street with the return of that mortgage guy, Don. Now, I do have an idea. I don't know that we're going to bring on somebody this week, but I'm thinking about deploying a strategy. My strategy, since I'm so far behind everybody in Fritz on the street, is completely illegal and against the rules. But I'm thinking about possibly starting next week of sneaking one of you on with me, and you get to play actually with me in Fritz on the street. We work together as a team in Fritz on the street. I'm thinking of trying to pull that off next week. We'll see. Jay Noble says, I wait until Friday or the weekend to listen to Secret Shows. Well, thank you for listening, Jay Noble. They're a fun time. And we are literally at right now, probably 20%. All right, if you had like a meter like this, we're at 20% of being able to tell the entire industry, piss off, we're going fully independent, we're doing our own thing, no rules, just right, in this studio. We are that close. Now you can see the plan coming together. We're adding more stations. We're pushing more into this world. You are really becoming a bigger part of the show. And the 3-year deal is already ticking down. At the end of those 3 years, we're headed off to the promised land, baby. 90 seconds and we're back live on the show. Zephys, you sure that's a good idea? All of you are weird. I said play with me. I meant like, participate. You have an Owala like my wife, man? You're superior in life? I got this thing like 5 years ago before anybody knew what an Owala water bottle was. And I was like, this thing delivers the ice cold water to me faster than any other water bottle. That's why it's a winner. I don't need some Stanley concoction. I don't need that. Oh, Gabe, you're going to have fun tonight, man. You're going to have a good time. Here we go. Stand by.
This year, it's a meal deal. Grab any Shorty Hoagie, any Hers chips, and a fountain drink for just $6. Make it a classic for $8. Gotta have a Wawa.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather worn for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
Award for subscribing to our premium subscriptions, including secret shows over on thenewsjunkie.com, and support the show. And that is a limited sticker is available. That's what's available for you over on thenewsjunkie.com as a new reward item for either gifting secret show subscriptions or subscribing yourself. These are premium subscriptions to the show, and there's only, I think, I put up 95 of them. I'm going to put one on my laptop. You'll see it during the stream whenever this thing comes in. I love it. It's for Jimothy, the viral raccoon, and it says, Jimothy says relax. It's like a cool circle sticker. I love it. Go check it out over at thenewsjunkie.com. As everybody else is enjoying the hot sheet, you go over there at thenewsjunkie.com and click rewards, and you can see the Jimothy says relax sticker that's up there for you right now. All right, let's do it. Let's do the hot sheets.
Check the hot sheet. It's news, but not like real important news.
Best investigative reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the hot sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. The hot sheet, the top 5 stories in the nonsense news, brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And big congratulations to Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, YouTube star Jimmy Donaldson is married. He married his girlfriend. They were engaged for like December 2024. But, you know, sometimes you got to get that perfect date there.
Yeah, congrats.
And they announced online that they were married in the British Virgin Islands. He married content creator Thea Boyson.
No, she's into content creation too. Whoever would have
I know. You know, they have so much in common. And now she's Thea Beast. So
can you imagine being a YouTuber and being married to Mr. Beast? You're like, I just released a new video. He's like, how many views? Well, it's up to 4,000 views right now. And he's like,
you just clicked the button. You just clicked upload. What are you doing?
My last video has 100 million views.
You that's how you settle arguments in your marriage? You're like, whose last video got more views?
He's going to win that one.
I wonder what content she creates. I've never heard of her name, but there's plenty of people that I haven't heard of. Also, but we have heard of this guy. Another congratulations is in order to this dude right over here.
Enrique Iglesias?
No, wrong. The other one.
I can picture him, but I don't know his name.
I think he was married to J-Lo for a second. Maybe
Mark,
was he?
Mark something.
Mark Anthony is the correct answer. Mark Anthony's going for some Nick Cannon numbers, it seems, because they say the singer has welcomed baby number 8 with his second wife, Nadia Ferreira. What a huge blessing to share with you the arrival of our precious Mila, the duo captioned a joint Instagram announcement Tuesday. You can't imagine the happiness we feel at home. Anthony, who is 57, and Ferreira, 27, included the toddler in their January Instagram post announcing her pregnancy. And so they're just over the moon about their second kid as a couple, and then Mark Anthony's 8th kid, the Ocho.
Jesus,
I would call him the Ocho if I knew him, just on account of Spanish. Jason Sudeikis is looking forward to the release of the next season of Ted Lasso. But he said in an interview recently that he had to go through some awkward moments about it.
Sure.
Because, they were supposed to end Ted Lasso with this finale in 2023, where Ted returns to the U.S. after 3 seasons as coach of the British men's soccer team. And they were going to just kill it off right there. But it was so popular. It was such a huge hit that they said, no, we have to have more Ted Lasso.
And now the new Ted Lasso season, he's coaching like a women's team, right?
Yes, a women's team in America, which means he had to make, and he personally did this, which props to him for that. He had to make a lot of awkward phone calls to some of the stars of Ted Lasso whose characters were based in Britain. Sudeikis and his fellow co-creators brainstormed about continuing the show and landed on a 4th season centering on the all-female team. The new creative direction meant that the fictional AFC Richmond team at the center of the first seasons would not return.
Oh,
and
no.
50-year-old Jason Sudeikis was tasked with explaining that to the actors who played those teammates in very difficult individual phone calls, he told The Hollywood Reporter. He said, I didn't want him to hear it on the internet. I love those guys, and we all went through something together. So he had to call like a bunch of the people that played team members of the AFC Richmond and been like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. We're going to do another season of Ted Lasso, but good news, bad news, you're not going to be in it. Which,
That
I mean,
sucks.
they're not going to be regulars in it. There might be some cameos, stuff like that. The old team will not be coming back to the show, but lead actors, including Sudeikis, Hannah Waddingham, Jeremy Swift, Juno Temple, and Brett Goldstein, all are slated to return for the long-awaited 4th installment. Hey, some fans of the Beatles got quite the surprise. You don't expect to get this when you book your tickets to the Magical Mystery Tour Bus over in Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
But the Beatles fans on a tour of Liverpool got the experience of a lifetime when their bus pulled up next to, at a traffic light, Sir Paul McCartney.
Wow.
What are the chances of that? The chance encounter was made all the more surreal when it emerged that Paul McCartney was FaceTiming with Ringo Starr at the moment that it happened.
Up. There's no way.
Yeah, pull this up. Paul McCartney, fans tour bus, something like that. You'll see. There's a picture of Sir Paul with his window down, waving at the people, and then holding up his phone where Ringo Starr is on.
All right, hold on.
Is on the thing.
I think I've got this is from the BBC right here. Okay, here's Paul McCartney.
On a magical mystery tour of the Beatles, and then they see support.
He's on the phone.
Everyone kind of hurled to one side of the bus to get a picture.
Well, luckily we were at the traffic lights stopped.
That's so crazy.
What a moment. It's just extraordinary. And I suppose...
And he pulls up right next to the tour bus with his phone out with Ringo on the phone. What the hell?
Ringo, there's a tour of us.
You might as well stop doing the tour now.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat that moment, I don't think.
Neil Morton, who has driven the Magical Mystery tour bus around Beatles hotspots in Liverpool for the last 2 years, says, it was surreal. I had pulled up at the traffic lights on Hope Street when who would I see? Sir Paul with Ringo on FaceTime, which, to be fair, Ringo is a sir as well. Sir Richard Starkey.
But nobody talks about Ringo.
Nobody calls him
that
Sir
doesn't
Ringo.
come out.
But, they were having a little chat, and the passengers could not believe it. The tour guide said that while no one got a chance to speak with McCartney, it wasn't his first encounter with a star. He met the Wings singer when he used to work at the Cavern Club. We were told not to take photos, but he told the BBC, I managed to sneak one. And speaking of people that I don't know, I am not familiar with this rapper/live streamer, but have you heard of Blueface?
Yes. Yeah. Blueface is a rapper more so, I would say, than a live streamer, but maybe he's doing that too now.
Well, he was live streaming when he was briefly detained outside his home Tuesday evening after police responded to a swatting call during one of his kick streams. Officers placed the LA rapper in handcuffs before determining the emergency report was false. He said, "Chat, we've been swatted," he told his viewers, sarcastically adding, "It's great for content." Police were told that we shot 3 people and they were all dead on the floor. The hoax caller falsely claimed Blueface had killed his girlfriend and restrained her child, but the officers confirmed both were safe, and the stream was able to go on. Blueface having a little bit of a scare, but silver lining, he said it was great for his content. It's Thursday. Let's check out what's at the box office this weekend, and not a lot of contenders to go up against The Odyssey and all the other big ringers that are in theaters right now. However, a couple horror films: Haunted Heist with Tiffany Haddish, a comedy horror mystery. Pinocchio Unstrung. Is Pinocchio one of those things that's just like in the public
I think
domain
so.
now, so we're allowed to just do whatever we want with Pinocchio.
Is that, like, maybe that's a horror movie?
Yeah, it's a fantasy horror thriller. Pinocchio Unstrung is on a limited release, as well as Hades Town the Musical, which is the one that I saw last time I was in New York, the one where they had very tiny seats, not made for people of my size, and Motor City with Alan Richardson. And I know that some people are going to roll their eyes at this, but I think it's pretty cool. On Sunday, a limited re-release of the cult classic starring Bruce Willis, Milla Jovovich, Gary Oldman, and Ian Holm. The Fifth Element is having a limited run in theaters for, I don't know if it's some sort of anniversary that it's celebrating, but The Fifth Element is a pretty fun movie. Super green. Hey, if you have a mortgage quote and you haven't shopped around, what are you doing? You're probably leaving money on the table. They like it when they give you the quote and you sign the papers and there you go. But you got to shop around, and you got to do it with that mortgage guy, Don, because he wants to save you some money and he makes it super easy. Here's what you do. You take a picture of your quote. You can do it with your phone. You go to that mortgageguy.com, mortgageguydon.com, and you upload it on the compare your quote tab. Don will review it with you, tell you if you could save some money, if he can find somewhere that gives you a better quote. It's that easy. And you can find him at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thank you, C-Lane. Quick story for you. This morning, Courtney goes, "Oh, God." And I'm like, what's going on? What happened? She was scrolling through her feed, and she saw a story, and she went to stop on it, and she accidentally sent the story to Josh's wife, right? And she
like
goes,
in Instagram?
Yeah, like she's scrolling on Instagram and she hit the story. She accidentally shared it to Josh's wife, and then she very quickly took it away, which also looks weird. But then she said she deleted it after accidentally sending it, and then it still said seen. So she's like, "Oh no!"
What was the story?
The story was the perfect times to go to the bathroom during the Odyssey. Because
that's important, man.
The Odyssey is so long. It's a 2.5 hour plus movie or whatever.
Do they still have the app that's supposed to tell you that? Like Go Pee or When Pee or something like that?
And so she's like, "Oh, great. Like, of all the things, I accidentally send Josh's wife a story about going to the bathroom during this movie. Like, this is really burning as an issue on my mind."
Run Pee is the name of the app. Did this happen this morning or yesterday?
Yeah, this morning.
Which is hilarious because they already saw it.
No, yeah.
I think Josh saw the movie on like Tuesday or something.
Yeah, they saw it a couple of days ago, I think. But she's like, "Oh no!" She tried to take it back, and like when you send somebody something, and then unsend it, and then also the person then it says read like oh God, and then she goes, "Do I start over explaining now? Do I go, hey, sorry I sent that story. I really don't have an issue with going to the bathroom during movies, but I just want like."
Definitely don't over-explain it. Just be like, "Whoops, wrong button." I mean, that's just a whoops, wrong button.
It's Courtney would over-explain sometimes.
I like to think that Melissa would go, "Wow, Courtney was randomly thinking of me and thinking I might need to know when to pee during the Odyssey."
Well, why is it that comes to mind? All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the greatest game in all of radio, folks. Buckle up, get ready. Your time to win is right around the corner because everybody playing at Fritz on the Street will be representing somebody. But will we be representing you? Now's your time to get our attention over on chat or elsewhere. And Fritz on the Street is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. How are you doing? Who's coming with me? All I want to know is who's coming with me. I need a partner for Fritz on the Street. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to try to win. My biggest competition, Dawn, has been out of the country for like 2 weeks, so we are good. You're a shoo-in. You're a shoo-in for a win. And everybody, keyword is coming up in just a couple of minutes. Get your shot at that $1,000 with this keyword in less than 3 minutes. Well, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Just Gabe says, pick me, Sean. I've been stuck in a hotel in Wisconsin since Sunday with the stupid cyclospora. Oh, God. All right, let's see. Maybe. Gabe. All right, Gabe is a possibility. You can also get a hold of Don or C-Lane and represent them. With much respect, could you pick me? Possibly Thaddeus. Or Thaddeus, as it were. Good to see you. Thanks for being around. You guys, I just saw something. I want to gauge interest on this. They just announced they're making a sequel to a famous Tom Cruise movie. Any guesses as to what the movie is? A long-awaited sequel for a famed Tom Cruise movie. Chaos, that's such a good photo. I'm going to show that later. Make sure you dispatch that if you didn't already. They're going to do a sequel to a Tom Cruise movie. Long awaited. Will you see it? Vanilla Sky? No. Risky Business? No, but wouldn't that kind of be cool? Like a modern day cool bartender working in the industry. I could see that. I could see that being cool. Eyes Wide Shut? No. Minority Report? No. Cocktails? Nope. Cocktail. Oh, hold on. I said cocktails instead of Risky Business. I got those wrong. Tropic Thunder 2 would be so good. Rain Man? No. Yeah, you guys got it right off the jump. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Days of Thunder 2 is in the works. Tom Cruise doing a new Days of Thunder movie. Wonder how that'll do. Fritz is in his spot, ready to host the greatest game in all of radio. There he is. Hey, Fritz, buddy. Good to see you, man. You look great. I'm excited for Fritz on the Street, as always. I think we might see it this weekend. Have you seen it? Yeah, we got to talk about that a little bit because I didn't expect that I was going to want to see it, but I've heard such good reviews, so I got to see it. And I think you got to see it in theaters. There's no way. Fritz on the Street is... Can't be distracted like that. 2 minutes. Fritz on the Street is coming up. Only the true winner would pick me. Rain Man 2, I order all my underwear from Amazon. Oh, Nicole Kidman was in the first Days of Thunder, right? Is that right? So that ain't happening. Two minutes. How far in are you, Chaos? This is me being memed, and he made me a furry, and I'm pointing at the picture, and it's like the Infinite Cat Project. There's like 7 or 8 deep. I'll show it later on the show. Risky Business is like Home Alone with prostitution. Nice. 90 seconds, and we're back live. I used to get all my underwear from Aldi, and now they don't carry it anymore. I'm rocking what I got until they're threads. I don't know. Until they're back. I'm sorry that happened to you. I didn't know Aldi sold underwear. C-Lane should do a YouTube pick. Doesn't C-Lane almost always do a texting service pick? Am I wrong about that? I see him right there. I feel like C-Lane often does a texting service pick. All right, we're coming back, folks. Hold on to your butts. Stand by for Fritz on the Street.
GreenwayKias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week only, bring us any trade and get an additional $1,000 off your new Kia. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. All factory rebates applied.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. FUN. F-U-N. That's fun. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
has arrived. Fritz on the Street is just moments from now. If you've never played or heard, well, don't worry. We're going to explain it all in just a moment on the show. Time to welcome back. There he is. That mortgage guy, Don,
all right,
once again with us. Hey, Don.
Hey, how you doing?
How was the vacation, man? It must have been a good time. Yeah?
Man, it was the best. It was busy. I went to a few different places. Ended up in New York for a day. It was incredible.
Yeah, I know. I have to tell you this right off the jump before we kick off the game. The people who were stepping in for you while you were out for the last couple of weeks, Don, they were amazing. They were amazing. We had one guy who worked at a castle, and he was at the castle stepping in for you playing Fritz on the Street, and there was a hit-and-run accident in the middle of his round of playing for you.
Yeah.
Then we had a guy who was what was he running, like a beach hotel, C-Lane or something?
He owned and or ran a hotel that was right on Daytona Beach, and he was in one of the rooms when then just opened the window, was like, "There's the beach."
Yeah, they did right by you. They did quite well.
I got to admit, I was on my cruise, and I did watch Fritz on the Street both times.
Nice.
Yeah, they did good. It was great.
That's how committed I am, Sean.
Look at that. I love it. All right, let's pick some players here before we get started. I have chosen somebody myself. I will be representing, because we each pick somebody to fight for, and if we win, you win in Fritz on the Street. I'm picking Gabe from TNJ Chat, who is stuck in a hotel in Wisconsin with cyclospora. He said, I'll do my best,
I hope
Gabe.
that's a lie. I hope he lied to you just because he knew that would be a sexy headline to put in his email. Sean, pick me because I have cyclospora.
Super sexy. I've got diarrhea. Pick me, Sean.
He's got a strange idea of sexy, Fritz, doesn't he?
That's crappy.
Yes, it is. Gabe from TNJ Chat with cyclospora stuck in a hotel in Wisconsin. Who are you representing, C-Lane?
I'm representing Sarah, a.k.a. Sharkbait, who emailed me earlier in the week. Sharkbait.
Sarah.
Okay. Sharkbait for you. What about you, Don? Who are you playing for?
The one, the only Bird Nerd Bulwar.
Okay, Bird Nerd Bulwar. That gets us all ready to go. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was going to say from YouTube.
Okay, from YouTube. All right, we'll get Bird Nerd on the list. That makes us all ready to go. Well, so long as Fritz is all ready to go, because he's the host of the game. Fritz, are you ready?
Oh, DC, yeah.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, that mortgage guy, Don. Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean.
Hi,
Hello.
Hey, Fritz.
Hello. Fritz on the Street, of course, sponsored by That Mortgage Guy, Don, and Home and Loans Radio each Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Tune in for the liveliest, most entertaining Saturday morning show on Real Radio 104.1. We answer your questions, submit them via text, and then we also talk about nonsense like alligators and the weather and rocket launches that happened last week.
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens. It's me, That Mortgage Guy, Don, and MJ. It's a barrel of laughs. And also follow Don on Instagram at That Mortgage Guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguy.com.
In first place with 193 points, that would be Mr. Christopher Lane.
All right.
In second place with 185 points, that would be That Mortgage Guy, Don. And in third place with 145 points, Mr. Sean Wasson. 193, 185, 145. I go to the bar each Tuesday night, so you don't have to. Fritz's Fun House at Cabos Bar and Kitchen. And then the participants wait until trivia is over, and then they answer these 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. Your chore is to chime in for that bonus point and then guess out of 8 answers how many got it right. Easy peasy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You would think so, but I am 40 points behind. So
Behind Dawn.
Oh, man. Wow.
Ouch.
Question number 1, without further ado. Which country won the... Don.
Spain.
Spain is correct. Which country won the 2026 World Cup? Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said España?
8.
8.
8. I'll say
8 for C-Lane.
I'll say 6.
And 6 for Sean. Question number 1 with answers of 6 and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Somebody knows their foodie. Which country won the 2026 World Cup?
Spain, baby. Spain.
Spain. Spain.
Spain.
Spain.
Spain.
España.
That would be 8. So Don is hitting a 3-pointer to start the game. C-Lane with a guess of 8, picking up 2 points. And we move on now to question 2. The lost city of the Incas is better known as what?
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Mesopotamia?
That is incorrect. Don.
El Dorado.
That is incorrect.
Can you repeat the question?
You know I can, my man. The lost city of the Incas is better known as what?
Mexico City?
That would be at almost 8,000 feet in the air, Machu Picchu.
Oh.
Don, you got question 1 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Machu Picchu?
How about 4?
4.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
Yeah, I'll go 3. I'll shoot the middle.
And 3 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. The lost city of the Incas is better known as what?
Oh, man. Mexico City.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
I don't know.
Pass.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu?
Machu Picchu?
That would be 5. So Don with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point.
Interesting.
6 questions remaining. Question 3. Due to a software error, thousands of non-U.S. citizens...
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
We're able to vote in New Jersey.
That is correct. New Jersey. Full question. Due to a software error, thousands of non-U.S. citizens were registered to vote in which U.S. state? C-Lane, you got that right. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said New Jersey?
I'm going to go with 5.
5.
I'll say 4.
4 for Sean.
5.
And 5 for Don. Question 3. With answers of 4 and 5. Due to a software error, thousands of non-U.S. citizens were registered to vote in which U.S. state?
Texas. Texas.
New Jersey.
New Mexico.
So let's go with Michigan.
Georgia. Minnesota. New Jersey.
That would be 2. So no points awarded on that one. But that's okay. Because question 4 is upon us. That's the halfway point.
It's easy for you to say.
Halfway point of the game. After question 4, I'll tell you so far who is leading on the day in question 4.
There was big, like, youth soccer coach vibes there. Like, you guys, we're having fun.
No points awarded, but we'll still get ice cream after.
Well, we got the mercy rule after 25 minutes of play, but that's all right. That's okay.
Trophies for everyone.
Yep. Here's your pizza and Coke. Question 4 now. What movie helped popularize disco music worldwide? C-Lane.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Saturday Night Fever?
6.
That John Travolta, he can move.
He can. His hat wear is increasing too in scope, and I'm gonna say 4.
4 for Sean.
What did C-Lane say?
6.
I'm going to go 7.
And 7 for Don. Question 4 with answers of 4, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
So someone's picking up 2 points. Who is it? What movie helped popularize disco music worldwide?
Boogie Nights.
Saturday Night Fever. Unfortunately, I don't know this, even though I probably do.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever?
Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever.
That would be 6. So C-Lane is picking up a 3-pointer on that one, and Don, with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. That means in first place with 6 points, C-Lane / Sarah Sharkbait. In second place with 5 points, Don / Bird Nerd Bullwear. And in third place with 0 points, Sean / Gabe. Sean / Gabe. Only up from here, baby.
I'm only laughing because C-Lane looks so incredibly happy.
What a dick, man. I was like, it's not bad enough that I'm sitting here in last place. Like, God almighty. Okay.
You got this.
4 questions remaining. Score of 6, 5, and 0. Question 5. On Monday, who was appointed the 7th UK Prime... Don.
Andy Burnham.
That is correct.
Damn, that's a good one.
Don. Full question. On Monday, who was appointed the 7th UK Prime Minister in a decade? Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sir? Andy Burnham. He's not a sir, I guess. He's not a knight.
2.
2.
Boy. 1.
1 for Sean.
2.
And 2 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 1 and 2.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Brits? On Monday, who was appointed the 7th UK Prime Minister in a decade?
Harry Kane.
No idea.
Don't know. No idea about UK politics.
Pass.
Nigel Farage?
Burnham?
That would be 1. So Sean is picking up 2 points.
Look at you go!
Don and C-Lane with your guesses of 2, each picking up 1 point. And now question 6 with 3 questions remaining. Question 6. Which actor is Angelina Jolie's father?
Sean.
Sean?
Oh, God. They hate each other. Old act. John. No. Is it John? James. John. Jacob. John. John Malcolm. Damn it.
C-Lane.
That's incorrect. C-Lane.
John Voight?
John Voight's correct.
That's it.
John Voight.
You were close. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said John Voight?
Oh.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
4.
4.
5.
5 for Sean.
4.
And 4 for Don. Question 6 with answers of 4 and 5. Which actor is Angelina Jolie's father?
I can't picture him.
John Voight.
John Voight.
Yeah, it's a pass. Pass.
Steven. No clue. Pass.
John Voight.
That would be 3. So Don and C-Lane with your guesses of 4, each picking up 1 point.
Sorry, I just ramped up the bed there for no reason.
No worries.
No, I didn't. I was like, I'm so far behind that I'm just like,
Taking your hatred out on the fader. 2 questions remaining now. Question 7. Over the weekend, who became the first WNBA player with 45 points and 10 assists? Sean.
Caitlin Clark.
That is correct. Caitlin Clark. 45 points and 10 assists in a single game. First time that's been done. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said CC?
That's a double-double, right? That's what they call a double-double?
I guess.
I'm going to say 6.
6.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
7.
And 7 for Don. Question 7. With answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows there, Caitlin Clark. Over the weekend, who became the first WNBA player with 45 points and 10 assists in a single game?
Yep, don't know. Pass.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark.
Backers. Caitlin Clark.
That would be 6. So Sean's hitting a 3-pointer on that one.
Yeah!
And C-Lane and Don, with you guys of 5 and 7, each picking up 1 point each. That means we have one question remaining. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 10 points, C-Lane/Sarah. In second place with 9 points, Don/Bird Nerd Bolware. And in third place with 5 points, Sean/Gabe.
I still can't win. I have made all that progress. Okay.
It's 10, 9, and 5. Question 8. What is the capital of the Republic of Ireland?
C-Lane.
Dublin. Dublin's correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Dublin?
7.
7.
6.
6 for Sean.
8.
And 8 for Don. Question 8 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Dublin? What is the capital of the Republic of Ireland?
Dublin.
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 Belfast. Dublin.
Dublin. Dublin.
Dublin?
That would be 7. That means C-Lane is hitting a 3-pointer at the buzzer. And Sean and Don, with your guesses of 6 and 8, each picking up 1 point. That means winning overall on the day with 13 points, C-Lane/Sarah. Congratulations. In second place with 10 points, Don/Bird Nerd Bolware. And in third place with 7 points, Sean/Gabe. That means in first place, and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 206 points, Mr. Christopher Lane.
All right.
In second place with 195 points, that mortgage guy, Don. And in third place with 152 points, Mr. Sean Wasson. That is Fritz on the Street. And also, happy birthday to my dad.
Oh, thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritz.
There he goes. Thank you to Fritz. And how old is your father today?
He is 76.
No way. 76 years old. Papa Fritz out there.
Papa Fritz.
Sounds kind of like Papa Smurf when I say it that way. But happy birthday to you out there somewhere in radio world. You should be proud of your son.
He's actually watching on YouTube, I think, right now.
Actually, I want to say you should be proud of all of your sons because from what I hear, there's quite some accomplishment in the family. There's a lot of people, a lot of success going on in the Fritz family and a lot of very talented kids. So happy birthday to him for sure. Fritz, we appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Folks, you need to go to Fritz's Funhouse Trivia. Why? Because you're going to have a good time, right? You've heard you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a good time. Fritz's Funhouse Trivia is what you deserve. Treat yourself with a night where you have a couple of drinks, you have some delicious food at Calvo's, and you hang out with the one, the only Fritz in the greatest trivia game in all mankind.
That's right. Play trivia, then play on the radio.
That's right. Go participate over there next week and follow along. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share, thenewsjunkie.com/share. Follow Fritz on all social media platforms. Fritz, we'll see you next time, buddy.
Bye.
There he goes. Don, you can hang out with us for a bit here?
Yes, sir. Happy to.
All right. Excellent. I've got some stuff I want to run by you when we come back. Plus, we got to catch up with you on your trip here. We'll see what's going on in Don's world in just a moment. Also, something that I am not doing. I don't care how much money you throw at me. This ain't happening, but people are doing it right now. What is it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
There's got to be a play for 70-year-old lonely women, too, right?
Oh, go to the villages and find out. Go be the pool boy. Go put a Speedo on and go take the leaves out of her pool.
Hey, we can start a new thing called Lonely Fans. Nailed it.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Great job, everybody. Great job, everybody, except for me. Except for me. Why do I even try? Why do I try? Chat, what's the longest flight you've ever been on? In hours. What is the longest flight you've ever been on in hours, chat? Scurry over to that keyboard and let's see what the longest flight you've ever been on in hours is. What's the longest flight you've ever been on in hours?
Probably Germany.
How long was it?
Like maybe
9 hours? Was it tough?
I had business class.
Oh, I have business class. I have business class. So spoiled. Your whole life. Ooh, what you got? Oh, is that? Okay. What are you doing in here? You're supposed to be behind the door. Thank you very much for getting that.
And?
And what? Oh, is this a new cameraman?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name?
I don't know.
You guys, it's kind of cute actually. Courtney got a new cameraman for us to follow me around in the studio. First of all, get a good look. We need a name for this guy. It's supposed to be a dinosaur?
It's a T-Rex.
It's kind of fun. I like it. Thank you. I don't know what his name is, though. We need a name. Rex? Chompy?
Those are both cute.
Sexy Rexy? You get to pick the name since you got it.
No, I don't.
You don't want to pick it?
No.
Australia? Is that the name? I think that's where they flew. Okay. Thank you. Bye. There she goes. Greg? Lickalotopus? Chompy's pretty good. T-Cam Man? Well, he's a T-Rex. So yeah. Let's go with Chompy. Chompy is our new cameraman. You're gonna put him right here so he can run the camera. We could send our tiny little Grogu baby guy back to where he was on the shelf over here. Now Chompy is in charge. If he screws up more than 2 times, he's fired and he gets retired over here with all these other losers. All these other folks. It's no good. Now let's get back to it. She said 9 hours, Courtney said, was her longest flight. Now, somebody says, what? Is that Valentine? Is that real? 18 hours nonstop to Miami to Dubai? That's crazy. 18 hours nonstop? Almost 13 hours Newark to Hawaii, I think, was my longest, says Dark Sly, or Dark Slytherin Queen. Longest travel day was 24 hours PBI to Australia. Bootsy says 14 hours to Hawaii. That's so long. 31 hours to Hong Kong. I mean, I couldn't do that. I flying to the UK, or flying to London, I think it was just short of 6 hours, about 6 hours or something. And I had to go, okay, I'm going to have my first hour where I just kind of settle in. And then I'm going to watch a movie. And then I'm going to do this for an hour. And then I'm going to watch another movie. And I was trying to piecemeal everything. But it was an overnight flight. And I can't sleep on planes. And I hate it. And even that was I was not doing well. Well, I was fine when I landed, of course. But it's just torturous. It's 6 hours of torture. So 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours is unbelievable. Unbelievable to me. But there's somebody right now, in fact, a bunch of people who are on this flight. It just started, the world's largest nonstop flight. It's going on right now. This is an Airbus A350 from France to Australia. That's a test flight for what is going to be a 22-hour-long flight that they're going to regularly do. The longest nonstop flight, 22 hours long. An Airbus A350-1000. How many people are on that? Let's see. Hey, buddy, you there?
Yep, I'm here. What's up?
How many people can fly on an Airbus A350-1000?
The A350-1000 typically seats around 350 to 410 passengers in a normal 3-class setup. If the airline crams more economy seats in, high-density layouts can push it closer to high 400s, but that's less common.
On a 22-hour flight, that's the longest one in the world that's going on right now, how many pilots would there be? Bro.
1 second. Right, for 22-hour legs, it's usually 4 pilots total. That'll be a captain, a first officer, and 2 relief pilots, rotating so that 2 are always up front while the others rest.
Okay, I got to go. See you later, pal. We're coming back right now. Stand by.
Stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. FUN. F-U-N. That's fun. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Story time with the best friends you never knew you had. This is
I'll tell you what's going on in just a moment. Plus, our friend Don is back from his vacation. You can join us and learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. Don, remind people where you went here over the last couple of weeks on your trip.
I did a cruise in Alaska. That's been a bucket list thing for a few years. And then at the tail end of the Alaska trip, I got chosen to be at the New York Stock Exchange to do be part of a group of people doing the ringing of the closing market bell. That was last Friday. And then got home Saturday, 1 a.m, just in time to do my show on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Man, that is like a bucket list adventure right there. Both of those things. So first of all, everybody who's been to Alaska on a cruise, and as far as I hear, that's the way to do Alaska. It's the cruise. You go and just like cruise through the place, and it's so stunning visually. Was it like that for you?
Unbelievable, man. Every time I thought I had seen the coolest thing I'd ever done, like I did a helicopter thing up to a glacier, and that was the coolest thing I'd ever done. And then the next day you do something else or see something else that was even cooler. And then even on the days that are sea days, you're still going by mountains and glaciers, and it's just incredible. I definitely recommend.
My God. You flew from here to Alaska to get on the cruise then, I'm imagining?
They have you go, the one that I went on the Princess Cruise, and that one goes out of Vancouver. So you fly to Canada to Vancouver, and then you go out of there. There's different ways of doing it. Some you go up for 3 days and then back for 3 or 4 days. Ours went from Vancouver all the way up to Anchorage, stopping at multiple stops along the way. And then you can also do the reverse from Anchorage on the way back.
Well, how long was your longest flight though to get over there?
It was 2 flights both ways, but like on the way back, I flew direct from Anchorage to Atlanta. That's like a little over 7 hours.
Yeah. Is that the longest you've ever gone on a flight or no?
No, I've done longer ones to Europe, but yeah, that's 7 hours is a good long time.
Right now, they're doing a test flight, like literally right now, and this is this flight, and I thought I don't think I could do that. Sea-Lane could because he didn't care about being on a plane at all. But
no, when I get to those long flights, I mean, and long for me, like we're going 3 to 4 hours. Once we're getting past like the 3 hour mark, I need to like get up and walk around because my butt hurts after a while, guys. There's no nice way of saying my butt is killing me after a while.
Your butt hurts.
This is the world's largest nonstop flight, and they're doing the test flight for it right now, and it's a 22-hour flight.
That's crazy.
22-hour flight. They're scheduling this like about a year from now or something, but they're doing the test flight right now. And the Airbus A350-1000 that it's on has like 400 people on board. There are 4 pilots that switch off, and they're flying for that long. It was the most trafficked plane in the world on Flight Radar 24, so everybody's just kind of following this thing along as it's cruising, and then on and on and on and on. 22 hours. I personally, I couldn't do it. You could throw all the money in the world at me. I don't know that I'd be able to.
It would have to be one of those like super premium first class tickets where you got like pretty much a little suite there that folds out to a bed, and then the chair kind of swivels around, and you got all different kinds of entertainment for you and caviar. And I would do it. I would sure do it.
You would do it in the most expensive scenario you ever could have laid
then
out.
I would have to go right home on a rickety boat because I would be out of money.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Spend it all in one way.
Where are they taking you in 22 hours that you can't get to in, say, 10 hours from somewhere?
I guess it's going to be so. The idea was to bring the world's first nonstop commercial flights from Australia, Sydney to London and Sydney to New York.
Wow.
So those are going to be like 22-hour flights. Now, currently, if somebody wants to do one of those flights, they have to do one of those like chains of flights, and then, oh God, 36 hours or something is what it's taking you to get from one place to another. I just can't do those kind of long trips like that. I don't have it in my blood.
But Don, that was your very first time on a cruise ship, right?
That was my first ever cruise ship. Yeah, I've never done it before.
What ship people are asking?
You said Princess.
I was on the Island Princess.
Island Princess.
Yeah,
okay.
It holds about 2,000 passengers, about 700 crew.
All right.
So it's kind of mid-sized.
Was it like a party atmosphere on there or what?
No, it was. I was one of the younger people there on the cruise. It was an older
I'll pay
crowd.
extra for that.
Yeah. It was. Some of the people that I was with, we were joking like we were Princess Cruise 9s. Like you're you're a 6 in real life, but on a Princess Cruise, baby.
And they're like, "What are you kids doing on this cruise?"
On an Alaskan cruise, do people still get in the pool on the pool deck, or is it too cold for that?
It was, I saw people in the hot tubs nonstop.
That would make sense,
but even though the pools, they had one pool that was indoors, kind of in glass. There were people in that one, but the one that was out on the upper deck, it could be pretty brisk up there sometimes.
I would probably go out of my way to hit the hot tub up just to say, like, look at me, Alaskan cruise doing the hot tub thing.
I was going to go in the hot tub, and then I did the math of 6 hot tubs and 2,000 passengers, and I passed.
Don't do the math. Don't do the math.
A lot of gross.
Sean, check your text message. I sent you a video of Don at the stock exchange.
All right, hang on.
And his group ringing the bell.
What? That's the actual bell. That's cool.
Well, the news desk is right there.
So is that CNBC right there?
Yeah, it's right behind you. So you got the bell in front of you. The news desk is right there. Very cool experience to do that.
Oh, that's lame. Now he went from this to coming back on this show. This show seems so much less impressive after you've been on CNBC. He's like, I was, CNBC. The set is a little bit nicer.
C-Lane in the booth in shorts, just slumming it. And, I was on CNBC.
C-Lane's running around from studio to studio as Don's telling us his cruise stories here.
Yeah, because somebody turned down my pod on the main board.
Good. That's what I told him.
Good.
I told Fritz to do it. I told him to do it. That's very cool. So you got to ring the bell with all these folks at the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, it's kind of an honor. I was chosen there. My brokerage was chosen as one of the top 100 in the country, and so the owners of all of the top 100 got to go there and be there for the closing bell last Friday.
That's amazing, man. That's very, very cool. Sounds like a fun trip, and these kind of experiences are the ones that people strive for. It's crazy that you went to Alaska. I literally, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, watched a video of these folks, and I haven't really wanted to go to Alaska, but it made me want to go to Alaska so bad. They went on a cruise, and they took one of those chopper tours to the icebergs, like you were saying, or whatever. And they did a dog racing thing.
Yeah.
Like what's that? What's the long dog race?
The
called?
Adirondack.
No,
Iditarod.
that's not it. The Iditarod. The Iditarod. They did the video I was watching. They went out and there's these teams, and the dogs pull the sleds, and they go across the country and stuff, and they fly in on the chopper and do that. And the visuals, like you'll never see anything like that again in your life, probably.
That was one of the options we could have done, but that was like a 6-hour excursion. Mm-hmm. I did one where you fly up through the mountain. Like when you look up and you see the snow-capped mountains, then you get in the helicopter and you're literally flying up through the snow caps, weaving in and out of the mountaintops, and then you land on the glacier and walk around. It's like a simulation. It's so unreal to do that. Up there. I didn't do the dog.
Visually,
the dog
it's kind
thing.
of a lot, right? Like
it's overwhelming. Yeah, because you can't hear, the chopper. You're there, and you think, okay, if something happens, I'm done, because these are like sheer rock cliffs going down 4,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just incredible. There's no other way to describe it except I highly recommend.
Good for you. It seems like a fun time. That's the ship he was on, though, folks. That one out there. I know there's a lot of them, and my parents went on one sort of at some point in time, and they were like, they wouldn't stop talking about it, man, for the best kind of ways. But that's a good time. And he was out there with all the other experts, the mortgage experts that know much more about what's going on in the financial world with houses and getting your first house and all of this stuff than anybody else out there. This is what that mortgage guy Don does. It's literally in his name, for God's sake. So right now, where are we at with time to buy houses, time to sell houses? Where are we at?
We're having the busiest purchase market we've had all year. I mean, it's always that way, though. In the summer, in May, June, July, this
is the time.
It's the time to purchase. Everybody wants to move while the kids are out of school, or when they're if they're going to change schools, and so it's super busy out there. We're doing a ton of home equity lines. That's another big thing that a lot of people are doing, because they've got like a really good first mortgage rate, maybe a 2, 3, or 4, but they want to get some equity out. So the home equity line of credit, or the HELOC loan, is the number one thing we're doing right now.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Let's say you're in some sort of position where you need to get a hold of some funds, and you want to do one of those home equity lines of credit. Mm-hmm. It's an idea that a lot of people do. I know that people use it sometimes to get work done on their house. I think Ceiling's gotten one of these before.
I did one to buy an air conditioner one time.
To get an AC. What are there like limits or rules on what you can get one of those HELOCs for, those lines of credit?
It's capped by the value of the property. So most banks are going to cap you at about 80% of the value of your home. We have some that go up as high as 95% of the value of your home. So that's what caps you, is the appraised value of the property as to how much you can get out.
What can you spend it on? Can you spend it on whatever you want?
You can spend it. It's cash money. It just gets wired into your checking account. And you can leave it in there and draw it out as needed, depending on the type of loan that you do. But I'll tell you, one of the most common things I'm seeing people do, people that have racked up $150K in credit card debt for whatever reason, you're paying 29-30% on that debt. So people that refinance that with their equity are cutting their payments and saving $4 or $5 grand a month on those interest payments.
That's
in
smart.
that kind of level. Yeah,
pay it all off. These are the things that you need to know, and this is a guy that this is his world. So if you're going to buy a house, if you're looking to get a home equity line of credit, HELOC, or whatever they're called, I don't know about these things, but I know somebody who does. That's That Mortgage Guy Don. You can go to his website, thatmortgageguydon.com. Make sure you're listening to the show this weekend. Get yourself prepped by diving back through the archives on the website. If you have any questions, fire them off to him. What's the best way to reach you with questions if people are curious?
You can follow me on Instagram at That Mortgage Guy Don, and DM is just a second away, or you can go to the website, That Mortgage Guy Don, and there's a place that says email Don a message, and you just put it in there. It comes right to my email.
Well, it's good to have you back, Don. Thanks for hanging out with us today, man.
Thank you for having me.
There he is. If you need any help, that's your guy. He's the expert that has all the information that's going to help you save a ton of money. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Quick break. When we come back, I still got to play this clip. I teased it earlier, but I haven't worked it in quite yet. And we got jury duty on the way before we get into Power Hour, and we have a lot of ground to cover. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI predicts trends. We create moments. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
They ended up equalizing their franchise all-time winning streak of 15 in a row, but the Red Sox finally were beaten last night in Game 2 of their day-night doubleheader with the Orioles. Free agent Wayne Patrick Kane is returning to the Chicago Blackhawks, agreeing to a 2-year deal. And former Arizona Cardinals tight end Travis Vokolek is retiring from the NFL after a neck injury he suffered last season. I'm Frank Garrity.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Next week, Don is out. He'll be in London, and that means you are in. So another Zoom guest for Fritz on the Street next week. It could be you. It could be you. Hello? What's that? It came finally? Thank you. Do you want me to tell you about it?
You could tell me about it later.
It's a dual transformer isolator.
Right.
I got a different one. This is one that I need for the laptop. But
You need it.
yeah, I need it because otherwise it goes wah. There's a low quality sound. I don't want to have a low quality broadcast. Do you want me to have a low quality broadcast?
No.
You want me to read you the box?
No.
The dual transformer isolator.
UNC Lane. We'll have so much fun with it later.
It's a high quality, totally wait. Can't get anybody to listen to your equipment purchases. Okay. Unboxing time. Here it is. She's a beaut, Clark. It's a DTI, a dual transformer isolator. This is the input panel. And then the output panel. I could try this now. Is it too risky, you think? Let's try it. Let's go wild. All right, this would have to go into input. Should I do this? This is a bad idea, isn't it? I'm not going to do it right now. Okay. Fits perfectly right there. Oh. Output. Okay. There's the output. Now, ideally, I'm going to run the audio in here, and then when I run it out, it's going to be crystal clear from my laptop. Then if I add the other device, which is a very high-end version of this, then when I do the phones, that also will be crystal clear. Courtney shut me down. Oh, she always does that when it comes to this stuff. She doesn't care at all. Neither do you guys, but you're trapped. So you have to hear this. All right, this doesn't fit here. It's going to have to go over here. Where does this go? Okay, there, that's nice. Oh, I might be able to mount this too. We'll see. I'll arrange that after the show. All right, we're coming back live. Jury duty in just a moment. Stand by. Here we go.
Counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at Advanced Air Home Services. You know, you don't have to put off fixing plumbing problems in your home anymore. I mean, you could just ignore that clogged drain or visit advancedairandheat.com to take care of your plumbing problems. Advanced Air Home Services. License CFC 1430969.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Radio 104.1.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
as quickly as I just did. I mean, my God.
Courtney?
Seriously. Yeah, she popped into the studio. She goes, some equipment or some dumb thing you ordered is here. And she's being nice about it. And she hands it to me. And I go, oh, excited. I've been waiting for that piece of equipment. And I got this piece of equipment in the studio. And I said, do you want me to explain it to you and tell you what it is? And she goes, no, I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
and
now
so
I want to know what it is.
I was like, look, that's a dual transformer isolator right there.
Oh,
And-
DTI.
Yeah, I was like, that's a DTI, baby. That's like a studio DTI right there. And she like...
You saying explaining the DTI didn't make her DTF?
Oh, it did not. No, whatever the opposite of DTF is.
She got their PDQ.
It was... She immediately just shut the door. I was in the middle of explaining what this was, and she's like, man, door shuts on me, and everybody's like, wow, she just served you up over there, over on Skomike. So, yeah, it's going to be good for you folks. None of you will notice, but trust me, it matters to me that the audio quality is as good as possible on this show.
You are the last bit of the audience that you are trying to super serve.
If only I can please myself doing this show. Then I'll know.
Phrasing, buddy.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
I stand by what I said. One day I will please myself doing this show. And on that day, I will know that everything I can do has been accomplished in radio. That's it. I'll listen. I'll be like, damn, that was good. Strategically, you did this right. You're conversational. You nailed the content. You had the audience glued. You did check all the boxes off. And one day I will do that, and you'll never hear from me again. I'll just check out. I'll be like, I'm done. I did enough. That's it. That's all I got.
What happened to Sean? Well, he pleased himself. So
I pleased myself, and when he does that, he disappears. That's it. It's like with Alex Trebek on Jeopardy. If you answer his name backwards,
yeah, he sends him back to his realm.
Yeah, if I please myself,
Keybert Zella.
Yeah, if I please myself on this radio show, then I turn inside out, and you never see me again. If the level, I should rephrase the level of quality is what I'm going to be pleased by.
Did you ever see the clip of Jeopardy where somebody actually did that? Like one of the contestants on Jeopardy actually put as their final Jeopardy response, Keybert Zella.
It's so funny.
And the funny part was, I don't know that Alex Trebek either had seen that Family Guy skit or knew anything about it or remembered it. So it was just like, oh, it's Alex Trebek backwards. And the guy was like, apparently it sends you back to your realm. It was the cringiest,
nerdiest guy. Oh, I guess it didn't work. Speaking of that, my meme template from yesterday, which just to bring you guys up to speed on this, I was talking about yesterday potentially getting canceled because they were going after this streamer. He had a new prop in the background, which was a 9/11, really a 9/12 newspaper of the New York Times after the 9/11 attacks. I said, I also have that, but you can't cancel me for it because I am a collector and aficionado in the world of newspapers. So, of course, I have the New York Times 9/12 or first edition newspaper with the photo of the towers all blasted out. But I also have horrible newspaper headlines and amazing ones, too. I have, like, we landed on the moon. You know, I have those kind of...
That's amazing.
You guys hear this? We landed on the moon. I got the Philadelphia Inquirer, I believe it is, from the time we landed on the moon. So anyways, I took a picture by this, and now it's gone to this level. They've turned me into sort of a furry here, and they put me in the frame, and now it's like something called the Infinite Cat Project, where the Infinite Cat Project was somebody takes a picture of a cat,
and then you take a picture of that cat on your screen on your computer with your cat in front of it, and then somebody else takes a picture of your cat on the screen with the other cat on the screen in front of it, and then down the line it goes. They're doing that with me. I'm a couple of layers deep on that. Also for Rate My Blank, somebody's got the News Junkie. This is an unnumbered magnet. That is incredibly old. And then a rare one that was the
Tom and Dan crossover.
It was a crossover that we did with Tom and Dan, and that was really limited. I don't know if there was even 100 of those. Maybe there was. Those are pretty rare, both of those.
I like this one here that some Bootsy Moonshine posted of you, and it's the picture that you're pointing at is your Guinness World Record of most consecutive days wearing a black hat in a row. Oh, this one's funny too. Yeah, this one's a good one too.
I thought it was you saying this. It says Guinness World Record certificate, most consecutive days wearing a black hat in a row. Sean Watson, 5,000. Thank you very much, everybody. They said it couldn't be done, but I did. You can see all of these yourself over on the website, and this one too. You can see all of these over on the website. Click the dispatches section as people continue to meme that into oblivion. But it is such a good meme, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much, you talented people. Talented people. I told them. I said it about the magnets.
Power and critical minerals, and I hope you're going to do magnets.
I hope
Somebody
you do
out there,
magnets.
I hope you're all brilliant people. Magnets. Do magnets.
Do
Okay,
magnets.
I'll tell you how to make money.
So got to edit that one out. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, reach out to the attorney that's going to help you out. The attorney who I believe is going to be here on this show tomorrow, finally.
Oh, man.
Finally?
We haven't seen Moses in a time.
Do you even remember what he looks like? Will we know?
I mean, I'm assuming I'll just have to when he gets to the lobby, call him.
Yeah.
And whoever's phone rings, that's the person I'll let in.
That's a good idea. We'll have to do that for sure. Here in jury duty is a story that has been playing out in a courtroom, and this is, as you might imagine,
for once,
Hernan Lux, this guy in the Boston area, was arrested. And he was charged with 3 counts of criminal harassment after engaging in, quote, disturbing behavior while dressed as a mime at a state park. So this guy was dressed as a mime. He's at a state park, Cochetuate. I hope I didn't say that wrong.
I thought you said dressed as a mine.
No.
Like a landmine? I was like,
no,
how do you dress like that?
He was dressed as a mime, and they said he was 3 counts of criminal harassment were the charges, and he was engaging in disturbing behavior. The suspect, who often wore a cape and face paint, reportedly targeted 2 female Department of Conservation and Recreation employees over a 2-month period. So the mime was like harassing these ladies in the weirdest of ways, and he was in the courtroom. This guy is so weird, and he passed out. He passed out in the courtroom, and here he is.
The women report
KO'd.
That dramatic moment caught on camera in court today when a suspect passed out in the middle of his arraignment. He's typically dressed as a mime, prosecutors say. He is the man in these photos, they claim. He's accused of harassing several women on the rail trail in Natick.
Like this, surfacing on social media of a man identified as 29-year-old Hernan Villagran Lux, seen walking in public areas like the Coquitchuit Rail Trail and State Park.
Oh, I butchered that thing. Coquitchuit Rail Trail.
Lux, arrested by Massachusetts State Police Sunday night, appearing in Framingham District Court Monday morning.
Necesito que me otorguen un abogado. Routinely runs around the park in nothing but underwear and socks.
As Framingham District Court Supervisor Andrew Mange reads the facts of the case against Hernan Villagran Lux, the defendant passes out in the courtroom.
Down he goes!
Jeez.
Court documents show he repeatedly harassed 3 young female DCR workers at the Coquitchuit State Park.
The women report an extensive number of contacts with the defendant involving him staring at them, smiling in what they describe as, I'll quote, a really unnerving and frankly terrifying manner.
According to Mange,
This
one
guy's
of
so
the
weird.
women
You say
reported more than
unnerving?
50
Yeah.
encounters with him. Situations they say became increasingly bold and invasive.
150 encounters with this weird mime guy. Wow. What a absolute weirdo this guy is. He was bothering these women at the state park so much that they ended up charging him. He passed out in the classroom. I don't know if he's been sentenced yet, but I hope they get him for a while because that's really bizarre behavior. And there he goes. Also in jury duty, the U.S. teenager who was trying to take down Meta, that's the parent company of Facebook and WhatsApp and a bunch of other things. The U.S. teenager has dropped his Meta lawsuit on social media addiction just days before the trial was going to start. It was the latest in a massive series of high-stakes lawsuits against social media companies for designing addictive products that led to the harm of children. The lawsuit brought by a 15-year-old boy known as RKC, originally named four defendants, Google's YouTube, Meta's Instagram, Snap Inc. Snapchat, and ByteDance's TikTok. YouTube and TikTok settled in June. Snap reached a tentative settlement in the case, and now I guess Meta has as well. So that might mean he got paid out by all of them. It might mean that he got paid out by all of those platforms. That I don't know if he did for sure, but that could be what that was. He just walked away with a big fat payday so they can get these cases behind them, I guess. Okay, quick break. When we come back, starting off the Power Hour, I did not know this was happening, but it is. There is a resurgence in Emeril, the chef, for some reason, on social media. I'll tell you why, and I'll play some of the clips for you that are going mega viral right now. We also have an update on the Courtney Stodden situation we talked about yesterday. We'll see what clips C-Lane has for us and so much more that's on the way. The Power Hour is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
There's a couple accidents to look out for on State Road 426 at Salvia Road. At the intersection where Fairbanks Avenue meets Severin Boulevard, there's an object on the roadway slowing down traffic in all directions. A crash on Severin Boulevard at Howell Branch Road, blocking the right lane heading southbound. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Don't let the oil light add drama. Head to Take 5 and save $15. Just drive in, stay in your car, and get right back to your day. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. Terms apply. Visit take5.com/audio for details.
It happened again this morning.
Hey-oh. We're headed into the Power Hour. What clip are we going to hear? That's the big question. That's the big fat question. I thought Emeril was from New Orleans. He's from Massachusetts. He's a tiny little man. I felt like a giant when I met him. Is that true? I didn't know he was short. He's like a pudgy little guy, right? But I didn't know he was short. Let's see. Hey, baby.
Just a sec. Hey, what's your question?
I just wanted to ask Emeril Lagasse, how tall is he?
1 sec. Emeril Lagasse is 5 feet 7.5, so roughly 1.71 meters.
5'7"? Bootsy, does that sound right? 5'7.5"? Or is he lying online like a wrestler? Scotty Mel, thank you for the 2-year secret show streak. Bootsy says, no way. AJ Soup, look at that, man. That's a collection right there. That's going to be in the contenders for this Rate My Blank, Rate My Magnet collection. Maybe 5'5". He might be 5'5". That's short for a man? Yeah, but the thing is, if some guy says he's 5'7", he's probably 5'5". That's how it goes. Don't want no short chef. He could be as tall or short, but if he wants to serve up some food, I'm going to eat it. That always reminds me of one of my favorite stories about my mom. If you guys have heard this, apologies, but my mom was a major fan of Emeril, right? My mom was like one of the biggest Emeril fans ever. She would watch his show in daytime television all the time. His show was sort of the beginning of the resurgence of chefs being famous in America. And I would say Emerald was like at the center of that celebrity chef movement that then turned into things like Top Chef and Master Chef, and food started to improve. People started to seek out higher end food and culinary experiences and stuff. And my mom wasn't big on any of that, but she loved Emerald. And so my mom came to town one time. I think it was the one time she visited when I was living in Orlando. And my mom was like, I want to go to dinner to Emerald's. Will you take me to Emerald's? And I said, absolutely. So this was probably 5 or 6 years before my mom passed, but my mom was like, take me to Emerald's. Will you please take me to Emerald's? She was so excited. So we get reservations and we take my mom to Emerald's in City Place, or City Walk rather, right in front of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. And in Universal City Walk, they had an Emerald's right there. It's not there anymore. But we took my mom in there, and she's looking around, and she's thinking maybe Emerald's going to pop up at any minute. She looks at the menu for like 45 minutes or something. She doesn't know what she's going to get. I'm like, get whatever you want. Enjoy. Everybody orders. We're all having a good time. And my mom's eating, and she's got this big smile on her face. And I go, Mom, how's your meal? Is your dinner good? And my mom goes, no, it's terrible. But I'm having such a great time. She said, I ordered the wrong thing. The food is horrendous. I wish I didn't order this. But she had the biggest smile in the world on her face because she was just having a good time being there and was excited. She was great. But she was a big Emerald fan. Big Emerald fan. People are liking Emerald right now, and I'll show you why when we come back. I suggest Hard Rock Hotel for a decent meal there. Oh, there's lots of places over there. I went there and got diarrhea. I heard it was way overrated. There wasn't much to it, but she was having such fun. You know, she was just enjoying herself. I always like Chop Chop better. Yeah, we went there once or twice as well. And that Chop Chop was pretty good. I've been to Emerald's place in the French Quarter, which is a decent restaurant. That's a nice restaurant. That's a much nicer restaurant. Waterboy sends in a photo dispatch. The super rare Mission Space Magnet, told it's a 1 out of 2. I believe you're right, yes. Yeah, they sent me some extras that had a Mission Space Magnet stamp on them. That one is very, very rare. Maybe 2, maybe 3 of those in existence. Something small like that. That's a rarity right there. All right, everybody, we're coming back in just a minute. We're going to kick off the Power Hour here with style. Got to get some emails. There's some important emails coming in. We'll work in that. Thank you for all the gifted subscriptions. It's not too late. As I said, Secret Shows is tonight in the studio here, 8 p.m. The countdown timer starts at 7 p.m. on thenewsjunkie.com. Then the window opens right at 8 p.m. and you can watch. You can watch it on your TV, on your phone, or on your laptop, whatever. But it's always a fun time. If you're not available tonight at 8 p.m. for Secret Shows, it'll be posted as per usual on Fridays at 5 p.m. on demand. It's a good time. I hope you don't miss out on it. And now we're coming back to kick off the Power Hour. An update on the Courtney Stodden story. Some news you need to know about Odyssey, the Odyssey movie. And a bunch of other clips that we have to work in here. Stand by.
Your windows and doors are going to last a lot longer. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed windows and doors are also designed to reduce outside noise, creating a quieter and more peaceful living environment. All you need to do is schedule a free in-home design consultation where their experts will guide you through the full replacement process from design to install. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com and lock in your savings today. Or better yet, stop by their showroom off of Lee Road in Winter Park. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Send us a dispatch and join the ranks of the great 5%ers. It's the
Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom with the News Junkie, and you can learn more about the show, as you might imagine, on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we have many things to work into this final hour, but real quick before we do the power hour and kick it off with C-Lane's clip of the day here, I did love this clip that's going mega viral, and it says, cable television used to have so much motion. We had everything and we ruined it. I will further that to say daytime cable television used to have so much more motion. It was legit. And I think, I might be wrong about this, but I think this was at the beginning of like a revolution in how people were eating. Back in the day on daytime television, my mom watched Emerald every single day, right?
Was he considered daytime?
I think so. I think it was on during the day, right?
But like the main show. So he had a show that was like him by himself that was quite boring. And I think I would have to look this up. I think the catchphrases, especially the BAM one, BAM, was because his show, his like Cooking with Emerald or whatever, the Essence of Emerald, whatever the show was called, was just very not exciting, and I think the cameramen were falling asleep or something, so he would just be like, to mess with them, he would be like, I'm just going to throw a little salt in here, bam!
Well, that's how it used to be. The television shows, Julia Child, for example, those shows back in the day where they had chefs on, people would learn from it, and a mom would learn recipes to cook for the family, and those kind of things would happen for sure. But a lot of times, it was very dull, boring television. And then Emerald came along and he was like, this is boring. My camera people are falling asleep. So he made it so freaking exciting. And he made food, like, I'll play you some of the clips that are going viral. Gen Z people, younger people are hearing this stuff for the first time. And they're like, this was a food show? This is such a good time. Here's one of the biggest Emerald clips.
You're having a rough day. And you need to kick it up a little. What I recommend would be to add...
Picks up a bottle of Kahlua, I think.
Gonna add a little bit of that Kahlua.
A crowd full of alcoholics. There's yes, alcohol in the food.
Also, I mean, how hot is that stove right now? All the alcohol is going to cook out.
Don't worry. Yeah, he's just excited.
And just in case you want it one more notch, we take a little rum from Jamaica, man.
Literally the Michael Scott of the food world.
From Jamaica, man.
He was so pumped. He was so excited. He made food fun. There's another one I have for you. This one is such a great example, too. Emerald, he wouldn't have a bunch of like suit wearing like stodgy losers in his studio. He would have, like, in this case, he has a bunch of construction workers wearing hard hats, and they're sitting there watching Emerald, this dude, cook up some spaghetti and meatballs. And all of the construction worker hard hat wearing guys are like, oh yeah, oh hell yeah.
Then, we'll take those meatballs.
Yeah.
Made with the hot sausage, sweet sausage, a little bit of the chuck.
These are grown men.
Oh, man. Got to get that gravy over there like that. Now.
I mean, you would be sure that the groans, grunts, and sounds from these construction workers were them watching something very different. But
like a stripper.
They're front row and center for Emerald Lagasse.
Too much, which is what I generally do. It's not a problem.
It's just spaghetti and
I'm
meatballs.
going to show you, especially with you guys, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do.
Give it to me.
Yeah, right. We'll take some Parmesan.
Give it to me. Oh, yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. That was the height of it all, baby. That's what made food fun all of a sudden. And it went from that into like these Top Chef and Master Chef shows.
I went to a live taping of Emerald Live once.
You did?
At Universal City Walk. Yeah.
Oh man.
Me and a friend were going into the park just to hang out and ride rides.
Like where he would feed people and stuff?
Yeah. And we were going, and as you know, walking into Universal Studios, you have to pass through City Walk. And as we're passing through City Walk, they had this big like stage built at, you know, the end right in front of the lake as you're walking in, where there's that big flat space where they build out stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
You're walking through City Walk. They had a big stage built there, and there was signs, and I was like, Emerald is here? Emerald, they're going to do Emerald Live? And my friend that I was with was like, oh, come, I don't want to go see Emerald. This is stupid. Why do you want to? And like we went into the park, and some of the lines were long. I was like, come on, man. Let's go get in line. Let's go see Emerald. Let's do it.
This was cool. It made chefs into like rock stars.
He was a rock star. He had like celebrity. You know, they usually have some people on the table in front of him that he actually serves the food to. They had like celebrity guests. Like it was, it's Orlando, so like Lance Bass, I think, was one of them. Like, it was like there was like local, like famous musicians from Orlando and Orlando people that got to do it, and it was fun. It was fascinating to watch all that stuff go down.
I really think that was the spark that lit off this celebrity chef explosion, which then led to such an improvement. People don't understand this, I don't think. Such an improvement in food everywhere in the United States of America. When people come over from the World Cup, the reason why they're so blown away is because of a lot of the strides that we've made in the last 20 to 30 years in the United States of America. One thing that's real obvious is stadiums. If you go to stadiums, it used to be hot dogs sitting in a vat of water. It used to be like 7-Eleven food.
Nothing wrong with some dirty water dogs, bud.
Now they have elevated all these foods because people wanted better. They expected better. They were paying more money. They wanted a better quality experience. And all of a sudden, food everywhere, even just like your Applebee's, your Chili's, those type of places, they started to make food better. And we all probably got a little fatter off of it, but we all get to enjoy one of the great things to enjoy in life. One of the great reasons to be breathing and living and existing is eating good food with your friends and your family and enjoying yourself. I think that guy was at the center of it. Unfortunately, then I think he went wild and went broke. I don't remember how, but I believe at some point he sold his empire to Martha Stewart, I think, if I have that correct.
I don't know. Now he's doing like infomercials for 7-in-1 air fryers, and I go, who has the pictures of you?
Yeah.
Who has the evidence against Emerald, man?
He sold off all of that stuff, as I recall, like his name, his like the all the things that he had under the Emerald umbrella.
He had two restaurants in at Universal that were like half a mile, less than a half a mile from each other.
I know.
In the same property.
So now I don't know what he's doing these days, but he definitely was at the center of a lot of this stuff. And shouts out to you, Emerald, if you're out there somewhere today. Shouts out, friend. Make us some food sometime on the show. Right now, let's do the Power Hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
the greatest sex offender in the world.
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
Not me. Someone else. Another person was. Wasn't me, okay? It wasn't me.
What makes you? Never mind. I'm not.
No, forget it. Forget it. A follow-up on the story we talked about yesterday. Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. He was in that sketch with Courtney Stodden when she was just 17 years old. We played the sketch yesterday. Go back to the show from yesterday if you missed this. And Jason Alexander from Seinfeld, he plays George on Seinfeld. He's in this sketch with 17-year-old Courtney Stodden, who was famous in the news because she was 16 when she married this actor.
Yeah.
And she was complaining. She was like, I cannot believe adults did this to me. Here's Jason Alexander rubbing and touching my breasts. And then, talking about how he wanted me to turn 18 so he could take me behind his desk or something. I thought to myself, at least, I was like, how bad could it possibly be? It was pretty bad. It was just like, there was a lot of weird going on. Now, she still didn't have to do any of this stuff, but she was 17 there with a grown-ass husband.
That was
with celebrities from Hollywood rubbing on her boobs.
We touched on this a little bit yesterday when we were kind of approaching the story. And I don't know if I put it exactly like this, but as I was going to the bathroom, we went to break, and I'm scrolling through my phone, and Peisenberg had texted me, and he was like, wait a second. She said she couldn't legally choose not to do it the year after she legally chose to marry a 51-year-old dude?
Same.
Like, how could you do one thing, but then you have no legal option to not participate in this sketch?
I think that she could have rejected it, but she does have an argument that, like, why was everybody letting me do this at 17?
Yes. No, yeah, absolutely. Both things can be true.
I said yesterday on School Mike, because the show continues during the breaks over on youtube.com/the News Junkie. And I was talking on there. I said, here's how I would handle this. The United States of America has to be better than all these other cultures and all these other countries out there. There is no way that we should have places where children can get married in the United States of America. It's not the 1890s anymore. We're not trying to beat an early death by having kids at 15 and getting married at 13 or 14 or something. We're not doing those things. We want to be better than those Middle Eastern countries, for Christ's sakes. We want to be better than the countries where kids are getting married off at 11 and 12 years old to creepos.
Because you gave their dad a goat.
And I think in the United States of America, we should say 18, you get married. Nobody under 18 gets married. At 18, you get married, and that's the way it works around here. Unfortunately, that's not the way it goes. Looking back, she's kind of said, I feel like a victim in this. And I do think it was kind of screwy what was going on with her. But, she certainly had a bit more agency than she was saying. However, she's responded. Courtney Stodden speaks out after Seinfeld alum Jason Alexander apologized for filming an inappropriate sketch with her when she was a 17-year-old minor. I'm very taken aback that an adult was able to take accountability because I haven't heard a lot of adults take accountability, she said. When I first got word that he publicly apologized, I was grateful because I think it's the first step in change. At the same time, I think it would be even better if he put that into action. So I would urge Jason Alexander to support AB 1267. Let's look that up. What the hell is that? AB 1267?
Without looking it up, I think it's her cause for to end child marriage.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, who the hell's not for that? Anybody not for that out there? I'll take that side of the argument, please. AB 1267 to support what's happening in California, or even donate to Unchained at Last. Oh, that's the child marriage bill. AB 1267 is a bill that would effectively ban child marriage by making the legal minimum age to wed 18 years old. It's really frightening that there's no minimum age for somebody to get married in California. C-Lane, while I'm blabbing, look up ages for states to get married in the United States, because I think there's some states where it's lower. It's lower than 16 maybe. It's frightening that no minimum age for somebody to get married in California exists, Courtney Stodden said. There are only 2 other states that allow this, Mississippi and New Mexico. And I think California allows this is shocking. Is that true? I thought a bunch of states allowed you to get married with parental permission.
Okay. I don't know if these are mentioning parental permission or not, but let's take a look. States with an absolute minimum age of 18 with no exceptions. That's at least 17. Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Michigan, Rhode Island, Washington, Virginia, New Hampshire, Maine, Oregon, Missouri, and Oklahoma. They have completely banned marriage under 18. No parental consent, no nothing. You have to be 18. Yeah. That's in 17 states. A handful of states, including California, which she's talking about, Mississippi, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, do not set a statutory minimum age for marriage. In these states, minors can theoretically marry at any age, typically requiring parental and judicial approval.
So like a 13-year-old could get married if their parents allow it?
Yes.
See, I just think that's old-fashioned. I think that maybe you disagree. Somebody's
it is old-fashioned. I mean, you're right. You touched on like the idea that it used to happen earlier to because you were dying sooner.
Uh-huh.
You got out ahead of things, but it doesn't have to be that way anymore.
Somebody says there's no age in California, New Mexico, and Michigan with parental permission. Yeah, that's what we're saying, right? Yeah, that's the exact point that we're making right now.
In most states that still allow underage marriage, the absolute minimum age floor is generally 15 to 17 years old. So, like some of these states say, hey, you can get married under 18 with judicial approval, with parental approval, but you still can't do it under 15 or under 15 to 17 years old.
This is an easy take for me. It's just I think people should be 18 to get married. I think that's it. I don't think that's some weird woke thing. I think it's just obvious. I think we should wait until you're an adult. I think you can't get a tattoo until you're 18. I don't even think you should be able to get one with parental approval, by the way, if you're under 18. And the same should be true for getting married.
Some states impose additional restrictions. California requires both parental consent and court approval, while Florida dictates that the older party cannot be more than 2 years older than the minor. So, like in Florida, it's more similar to the Romeo and Juliet law, where it's like, okay, you can get married at 17, but not if the person is 25. They have to be 19.
Can you guys imagine? Imagine right now that when you were 16 years old, the person that you were in a relationship with, imagine that you married that person.
Say that again.
Imagine that you got married to the person that you were with when you were 16 years old, and you were in a marriage with that person. You probably would have thought at the time, like, we are in love. We love each other so much. Our parents just don't understand, as the song goes. They don't understand. They don't know what real love is. We love each other so much. Imagine you married that person. That's the situation these people are getting into. That's just stupid. It's dumb. It sounds pretty woke to me. This is just sensible. It's not woke at all. This is sensible to say you should be an adult to get married. You should be an adult to vote, maybe even older. And you should be an adult to join the army. You should be an adult to get married. That's it. That's how it goes for me. Maybe you disagree, but that's a weird argument to make, if I'm honest with you. So
I think there are a couple states, like when you deal with this marriage stuff and age, where if you're under 21, you can legally drink if you're married to somebody over 21.
Okay. Really?
It's the weirdest loophole.
So let's say you're 18 and you're married to somebody who's over 21, you can drink as a result of that?
In the United States, in 12 specific states, provided you are in the presence of or given the alcohol by your legal spouse who must be 21 or older, you can legally drink under the age of 21. That is in Alaska, Connecticut, Delaware, Louisiana, Maryland, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Dakota, Texas, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
Damn. If you put an age limit on things, they only want to do it younger. That doesn't make any sense. If you put an age limit on things, nobody can do it younger. Now, you're not talking about smoking cigarettes or something where somebody can get access to it.
Yeah.
If you're putting an age on
sneak
getting
into
married,
your parents' marriage closet and steal some of their marriage.
I've tried, okay? I don't know what that means, but I've tried. All right, quick break. When we come back, I have a pick aside for you today. This is an interesting one. I think this happens more commonly than people imagine, but it's pretty explosive, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident.
Folks, stand by. Quick live read, and then I'll go to Skull Mike. Stand by.
Northbound on the Turnpike, still backed up heavy due to that accident before Osceola Parkway. That's off to the shoulder. Looks like a multi-vehicle fender bender there. We got emergency crews on scene. There's a crash on 1792 northbound near the Greenway by Sanford, blocking the right lane. An earlier accident on Silver Star Road at Powers Drive to look out for. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Folks, let me tell you about an amazing company, a company that will save you big time. And not only save you money, but save you on the inconvenience and uncomfortable side of things when it's 95 degrees like it is right now. Your AC is working overtime. If you want to make sure that it's going to last through the summer and you're not going to have any problems, preventative maintenance from Mills Air is available. If you need an upgrade, you got to get one of those new Carrier units. Well, they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer at Mills Air. If you want a locally owned, family owned, just an all around great business run the right way where they try to save you money to make sure that you'll be a customer for life. You got problems with your AC, you go to them in the future. You tell your friends and your family, that's the business model that they work off of at Mills Air. So go with Leon Mills and the best crew in town, the best techs in town, 407-277-1159. That's 40.
All right, here we are. I went for it. I went crazy. I went for it. I don't know why I did this. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right, left, right. Which one is right? Okay, right. I'll put one. Okay. Oh boy, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is way too risky to be doing during the show. Setting myself up for failure. Okay, hang on. Let's test this. Stand by.
When good things go bad.
Perfect. Cool, it works. I did it, everybody. Can't wait to show you, man. When you get here, you're going to take a look at this DTI. You're going to be blown away. Really should not have changed that out during the show, but I got brave. Two and a half minutes and we're coming back. Don't forget, get your Jimothy Says Relax stickers over at thenewsjunkie.com when you subscribe for a premium account or gift subscriptions. It's risky, too many wires? I know, but I did it anyway. Oh, wild man. Okay. How can I... Okay, this will work. 150. Damn it! I don't have time for this. Okay, that's better. That looks pretty good. Ish. That looks good-ish. Not great. Let me see if it's still clear. Nothing. Nice and clear. All right. All right, we're coming back right now, folks. Sorry for the tech work in the middle of the show, but you know how it goes. The Power Hour rolls on right now.
Packed windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
A lot of apps like to say they're free until they ask for your credit card. iHeartRadio is different. No required subscriptions, no trial periods, no surprise charges. We make money from our advertisers, not from you. It's the same radio you've never paid for. Live radio stations, playlists, podcasts, and artist stations all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is...
Bad idea. It's a recipe for disaster.
You are a madman.
But it worked. Yeah, it worked. I'll tell you all about it later. I don't want to bore everybody with what happened here, but some work going on in the studio during the break, and it worked, right? No weird noises?
Totally DTI'd right now.
No buzzes? Yeah, that's right. Improvements, baby. No, don't do that. Don't get... You know how I am. If I'm sitting in here and there's a buzz or a hum or anything that's not supposed to be there in the studio, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't distract myself enough to forget about this, but I'm going to have to because it's time. And Seal, I don't know if you have the theme song for this, but it's a pick a side moment
to
for
you.
Us. I didn't download it.
You too busy playing with your DTI.
I can download it today, hopefully.
All right. Ready?
All right.
We're going to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Do a pick a side. Here we go. All right, choose a side. Who's right, who's wrong? In this case, we have a woman who's upset. She has just spent some money in a restaurant in New York City, and she's very, very upset at learning something while she was there. The other side of this is it's the woman or the restaurant. You choose who's in the right, who's in the wrong. Here is this lady. Let's listen into her situation.
I can't believe this. We're at this croissant, little cafe, and we got this pistachio croissant for $12.
Okay, it's really loud in this New York City bakery, so I'm going to have to tell you some of this. So the woman who goes, I can't believe this. We got this croissant at this bakery for $12. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. I mean, I would probably pay less than $12 for a croissant at a bakery. But if you're in a bakery in New York and they're making fresh croissants, that seems okay.
So she buys the croissant at the bakery.
Save for a price, and then I turn around, look at this. The delivery guy just came in. Oh my God, with more. Croissants are from Costco. Costco. Absolutely insane.
So she films the guy who comes in while she's there. She buys the croissant at this Les Arts de Pâtisserie in New York City, this Parisian bakery. And after she gets her croissant, the delivery guy shows up and he's got a big ass box of croissants from Costco. And she's like, I paid a bunch of money for this. And then I see that they're just getting these big boxes delivered from Costco, and they're reselling Costco croissants at this place. And this is a ripoff, and this is criminal, and this is unfair. And I have to tell you, a lot of this stuff to me makes me judge how young the person is or inexperienced, because this is true with a lot of the food that you're buying. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, have you never heard of Cisco?
Yeah, Cisco, Cheney Brothers, all these companies are the providers for particular food outlets like this. So if you go to, let's say, your local like bar and grill restaurant, not a chain, but your local bar and grill restaurant or just a local restaurant, those restaurants almost always are ordering from a menu of their own. That menu, let's say it's from Cisco, which is a very, very big company, not the Thong Song guy, yuckers. The Cisco company that makes food. And you could go to 4, 5, 6, 10 different restaurants in your neighborhood, but if they all order the same chicken tenders off of Cisco, you're getting the same chicken tenders in all those places.
Like if you get calamari at a place that's a sports bar, I hope that you don't expect that it's like a fresh catch. It probably tastes like the next sports bar's calamari, and the sports bar after that's calamari, because they're all coming from a food distributor.
So there's only 2 twists in this. Twist number 1 is just Gabe points this out on TNJ Chat. It is a bakery, though. I think there is an implication at a bakery that I'm getting something fresh and something made in-house. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting a Costco item while I'm ordering at your bakery. I want a croissant that you're making back there, and I think that's what people think they're getting to begin with.
Yeah, but I would argue that does the menu of the bakery, does the website, is there anything that specifically says that these things are made in-house, or is the bakery just called bakery? Like
it's called Les Arts de Pâtisserie.
Sure. But I don't know, what does that mean? The art of the patisserie?
Pastry?
The art of the pastry. That doesn't mean the art is done there. Doesn't mean this place is full of artists.
People are also pointing out the second thing that I was going to say, which is it's just Costco wholesale. So like it's not like they went to Costco, bought it, and resold it. They're getting a Costco wholesale thing. What were we going to say, Sheila?
Well, it's hard because, I get that you would probably feel duped if you just spent $12 to $15 on a croissant only to see them come in. You would hope that maybe these guys would figure something out where the deliveries come in the back.
Mm-hmm.
This La Parisian Bakery, it says bakery, but does that mean they have to be baking stuff?
I mean, it's a bakery right by Times Square.
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
They could be heating things there. Like, for example, there are grocery stores that have bakeries. Not everything in the bakery is made from scratch in the bakery. A lot of it isn't.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, bread, all these things. But this is kind of how it goes. There's some stuff that's made in-house at a restaurant. Any restaurateur or like chef will tell you about this. I just know this from other people saying it. There's some stuff that they make fresh in-house and from scratch, as they'll call it. There's some places that are scratch kitchens where they're alleging that everything is made like that. But a lot of times there's stuff that they get to make their lives easier that it's already prepared or it's already ready to be prepared from there. So they get the croissants to make their own breakfast croissant sandwiches or something, right? But the croissants are not made in-house. Bootsy, who knows about this stuff, says this happens way more than people think. I think that's it. I think just especially young people are like, whoa. It's like the young person that freaked out when they heard that
what's the sandwich place?
You're talking about Panera soup in a bag?
Yeah, when they heard Panera, they're like, this person works at Panera, and all the soups are in bags, and they put them in the microwave to heat them up. And you go, yeah, that's how this stuff works. I've told the story about my friend who ran an Applebee's, and I expected to go back there and see all these chefs with their chef knives and different cooktops, and I saw like 6 microwaves in a row.
Mm-hmm.
6 microwaves in a row, all with little signs behind them on how to heat up each individual item and then how to present it for the customers at that Applebee's. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is sort of one of the secrets. But, is this a ripoff? Pick a side. You side with the lady who's angry. She paid $16 for a croissant and then discovered it was a Costco croissant, or with the bakery. They can't possibly make all of this stuff. This is just how this stuff goes. What do you think, Steven?
I think that unfortunately it's just kind of one of those things that you learn growing up, that there's things that as a child to be true that you later realize are not exactly true, and then there's things as a young adult that you're going to have to figure out aren't exactly, they're not making the croissants from scratch there. Now if their menu said house made from scratch, anything like that, then you have an argument and maybe even a lawsuit. But I don't really think I would take her side on this one because restaurants have food purveyors.
Real quick, you were literally just in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't everything by Times Square really expensive anyways?
Yes. Yeah.
So like $16 for a croissant near Times Square... But
sure.
Isn't your expectation a little bit different?
Now, if I go get a bagel in New York City, do I hope that it's made in-house?
Yes.
Yeah, but if it's not, it's probably made somewhere else in New York that makes really good bagels. Sorry about your croissant lady, but I'm kind of on the restaurant side here. Now, the whole thing, I saw somebody recently posting about this. We mentioned Sysco, the food purveyor company, SYSCO, and they are now... I say now. This happened back in November of 24, I think. They have like a partnership with the Michelin Guide, and there's a whole handful of things that in the restaurant world that are controversial about the Michelin Guide, about their practices and how secretive they are, and it's really just up to them to do whatever they want, and there's no like governing body, because why would there be? Right. So this star or no star, giving stars, taking away stars. There were people that were like, we're supposed to trust you to rate the best restaurants, most expensive restaurants in the world, and you're partnering with Sysco to provide premium products to high-end restaurants that have stars awarded to them. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Guess what, though? Cisco's got that money, right?
Sure.
Everybody's making money off this
like
stuff.
If I found out that like some 3-star restaurant was getting kind of subpar products, I would question why they have 3 stars, but not a bakery in Times Square.
Yeah, let us know what you think, though. Pick a side. We got to take a break. We're way behind here. When we come back, final dispatch, your stories that didn't make the cut. And today, to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real music weekends are classic alternative.
Was I out of my head? Was I out of my mind? How could I have ever been so blind?
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting a hot day. Temperatures will be soaring well into the mid-90s for afternoon highs. Playing for a high of 96 today in Orlando. That's about 4 degrees above our average high of 92. As we head into the weekend, we are going to be expecting increasing chances of showers and storms. But today, only a 10% chance, 30% chance tomorrow afternoon.
Hello. We're out of here after this next segment. Thank you for a blast. I'm going to give credit to everybody. You executive producers who have gifted subscriptions today. God bless you for doing it.
Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to 10:30, live questions answered on the texting service right here on Real Radio 104.1. And you can always reach out to him at his website, thatmortgageguydon.com.
Rate the show. 10 out of 10 into the Hall of Fame. You know how it goes. 1 out of 10 into the Hall of Shame. I'm getting the audio ready for Today I Learned. Printing Today I Learned as well. Okay. Okay, 220. There we go. God bless you. Look at that. 20 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10 croissants, 9.2 delicious Costco croissants out of 10. Tomorrow, big day on the show, surprises along the way. Thank you, R. Neves. I got to go get Today I Learned. I'll be right back. Folks, you've been a pleasure today. Thank you to our executive producers who gifted Secret Show subscriptions today. I'll give a rundown of who they were and what they did. When we come back, we don't have a lot of time. I got to fly. Sun State John, thank you. Hope your eye's doing good. Tanya, hope you're good. Vicky, hope you're doing well. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Now, my mission after the show, now that one side of my laptop audio is crystal clear, is to try to work on the other one so that I can work in phones. I don't know if that's going to be delivered today or this weekend. That one's an expensive device. But also, I want to fix the thing where it freezes every time we come back from stream. I will fix that after the show today. The Fevers, Sophie Cunningham in USA Today today. Look at that. After ESPN published a profile on her, it says Fevers Sophie Cunningham clarifies her stance on trans participation. I got a lot of negative feedback about me hating trans, and I'm like, I never once said that, Sophie Cunningham said. I think that I'm here to extend love, but I also think that love is truth, being honest, and I want to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Sophie Cunningham says this, which seems like the least controversial thing I've heard all year. But USA Today is wild. I'm not clicking or getting anywhere near that USA Today article about Caitlin Clark today, which was some of the most unhinged shit I've ever seen in my life. Some of the most unhinged shit. It's this thing, it's like this idea that we're still living in 2020. It ain't happening anymore. We've come back from the abyss, from the precipice. Thank God. Praise the Lord and all that. Praise Jimothy the raccoon. Praise him. Praise be his name. Folks, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. We're back tomorrow to do it all over again. Stay gold.
Big flavor, same Hoagie Fest vibes, but only for a limited time. Hoagie Fest is back. Gotta have a Wawa.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather warned for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Well, boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once-over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the news.
All over again, but bigger tomorrow on a big Friday show. Don't miss a moment. Learn more about the show and get the podcast, the parts you missed, over at thenewsjunkie.com. Not a lot of time on the way out, but I do want to thank some people here very quickly. Executive producers who gifted during the show. Thank you to Smashly for the 4 gifted. Lisa G, Tom, Sunstate John, Meep, Anonymous, Beware, Man Kickin', Coalac, Cat BH, Tom again, DJ Rage, Sunstate John, Butter My Noodles, Rockin' Ange, and more. Thank you, our executive producers, for gifting those subscriptions. We appreciate that. If you want to get the Jimothy Says Relax sticker of the viral raccoon, you can get that if you subscribe right now, or if you gift some subscriptions, you get to claim all kinds of good stuff. So do that. Have fun. It's time to get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. Today I Learned Mississippi has no open container law, allowing the driver of a motor vehicle to drink and drive as long as they stay sober and under the legal limit in the state.
That's smart. That sounds smart.
And finally, today I learned this band right here.
Everclear.
That's right, Everclear indeed. They've released not one, but 2 albums consisting of re-recorded versions of their own songs, because first he wanted to get the rights back from the record companies, and then he had to share the rights with some of the other guys, so he wanted to do it again.
Father of Mine, Art's version.
So he could get the ones just for him. He wanted to scoop up all that sweet, sweet money. Still a good song to go out on a Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time.